As I suspected, 32 flavors.
Try the sauce. I'm soaked in it.
Oh, I could lick you all day long.
And yet, my
Well, hello and greetings. Happy evening, morning, afternoon, wherever, whenever you are. How are you all doing tonight on the 119th episode of the Comic Shop Talk? Thank you guys for being here and being here early. We got a nice, good old crowd here. And we also had a huge membership sign up for the great Mr. Dave C. And it's a huge membership. And so what happens when there's a huge one? Well, we had to play tradition. Thank you, Dave C, for becoming a huge member. I do appreciate it, sir. Let's see here. We had Deba Maru dropped in and say he can't be around. He's got stuff going on. Sir, you have a good night. Hopefully you'll be able to catch the replay. If not, we'll see you here next week or in the several shows in the chat. What's up, Gilded King Vince Womack? The great, the mighty Vulcan lives. Leaf Erickson, what's up, dude? Pinochet's Helicopter Tours, hello, hello. TZ Burton, 5 picoseconds. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here early and right away. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So good to see you all. I love this. So hopefully you're all good, doing good tonight. Kingsport Cal, what's up, man? Nice to hear. Yes, I am Fu Manchu, and that's what's up. Yeah, tonight we're going to discuss, we're going to have a little open meeting. We're going to discuss some of the Christmas comics we want to talk about for an episode or two in December for our December editions. That's going to be discussed. We're also going to go, of course, we're going to talk about what's going on with Chucks and Dixon and Joe Bennett with Alphacore #1. Maybe we'll even watch that little preview that they did. And also, I got some toys. And I got to show off those toys. Also, one of them is a hot toy. One of those ones that you guys many moons back ordered, or helped order, I should say. The Green Goblin finally came in. I didn't set it up, but you'll be able to see it come out of the brown box tonight. It's been so hard to not just want to get to work on it and just make it happen. But tonight, we at least get the basics and take it out of the box. Oh, what's up, Chris Mead? And what's up, Mr. Caffeinated Wolf? Andrew, if you got nothing going on, I mean, I know you've had a busy week. If you got nothing going on, man, you're welcome to hang out. We're going to be talking toys and we'll be talking comics. And of course, we're going to talk Alphacore as well. Let me know, man. I'll shoot you a link. I just assumed you were busy with Rippaverse stuff, but let me know, man. Let's bring in our fellow dudes here. What's going on, Clobby?
Hey, buddy. What's happening? Sorry, a the nick of time there. We just got through reviewing, doing our review on Fourth World with good J-Man over there. So had a lot of fun with that, and I can't wait to hang with you. Friday night comic shop buddies.
Thank you. Hey, glad you could be here. Happy that you are here. I can't wait to discuss some possibilities for Christmas comics. Oh. All right, consider it done, dude. Consider it done. I love it. You pretty much you're one of us, man. You come on when you can. But Clubby, no, Andrew, thanks for listening. By the way, I do appreciate that because I love having good dudes who can hang out, and listen, even when they're away from home. Fucking awesome. So yeah, shout out to all the cool dudes and ladies even who work at Rippaverse. Thanks for all dropping by and listen. But Clubby, dude, I know you know some of the Christmas comics, and I think we may even know some of them simultaneously, at least some of them. So I'm hoping you at least have one or two up your sleeve.
Yeah, give me some time because you mentioned one last week that I can't, and then it spurred another one. Now I can't think of it, but I'll get to it. I'll think of it.
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to
hope.
it, sir. you'll get there, man. It's
my dumb
gonna
memory.
be fine.
You know my stupid memory, dude. So, but I swear, remember we were talking about that either last week, week before, and I said, "Oh, I got one that we'd never done before too," and now I'm.
It's okay.
Let me work on it.
Sounds good, man. I got one obvious one, and I've got a curveball of one. Oh, what's up, Gonzalo? I see Gonzalo here in the chat. Hello to you, sir. Hopefully you're having a good evening as well. Well, all right. Pablo's not here yet. Ironcaster is not going to be here. He's got a family outing, but he will be back next week. And yeah, Vulcan, we'll have to talk, man. I will have to talk to and see where we go with that, because that would be something. A man can dream. What's up, Keely? Nice to see you here. And let's bring in the common nerd, which, by the way, obviously Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. And if you're a vet in the chat, shout out to you as well. How you doing, common nerd?
Hey, man, I'm actually doing. It's one of those funny things. My YouTube channel got nuked, right? And like that was like all my revenue. That was my full-time job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because the old saying the old saying is the Lord provides, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those funny things. I've had a lot of great opportunities that have recently popped up in the background that all of a sudden it sounds like, hey, guess what? Eat shit, YouTube. I'm on Rumble. You can find me on Rumble all the time. I'm making videos for Vets Talking, which like Nick mentioned, we're having a great Vets Talking celebration tomorrow night. I'm a producer over there. I'm making videos over there. They can't stop the signal. So you know what? Hi, Julian. Hi, Director X. I love you, baby. You made me famous. You made me famous, sweetheart. Okay. I thank you for that, because guess what? You can't stop the signal. And I am so excited. Like Christmas comics, we got vets to talk about tonight. There's so many vets in comics, right? You got America. There's so many great
writers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great. Yeah, a lot of great writers.
King.
I mean, how many guys did we have that like survived World War I that became some of the great comic book writers of what we like what you guys have introduced me to, going back to the old days, the single digit issues. Like I love this idea. I don't know a lot about the Christmas comics. I've seen Christmas specials, obviously, like the animated
happy
stuff.
to recommend some.
But yeah, I'm down for some Christmas comics. I'm down for some vet stuff. Like I'm excited for the night. And you know what? The best part is the kids have been off all day. So hey, Nick, cheers, brother.
Oh, hey, dude, cheers to you. I'm going to get drinking in a few seconds. I'm almost on my energy drink because I've been on recharge mode. But, trust me, the drinking will commence. And also, we got to talk at the show because I have a date I'd like to do with you guys for Vets Talking where I can be off Sunday. So we'll be talking.
Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Can't wait. Oh, speaking of can't wait.
Speaking of, right? Speaking of which, and guys, there's already 20 people of you here. Holy crap. Y'all wasted no time. I love it. What's up, Pablo?
Howdy ho!
Howdy ho!
It has been a really interesting week. So being here and just enjoying myself will be a nice change of pace.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, my country is in an absolute disaster. The economy is getting into a halt, and it's because of the energy cuts. So we are having 4 hours each neighborhood without energy during the day.
Jesus.
And it's absolutely stupid because if you need technology to run your business, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. If you need lights, so a lot of things are not going well. Yeah.
Pablo, how much money do we need to get to how much money do we need to get? Like what kind of GoFundMe or GiveSendGo do we need to set up in order to get you to the United States? Like, but the border's still technically going to be open for about another 6 months or so. So like, I can pick you up. I'm like 2 hours north. Like, I mean, what is there a boat we need to put you on? Like, I'm just kind of curious, man.
No,
like, I got
the
a
issue
backyard.
will be getting into Mexico. Getting into the US is easier than getting into the pants of certain celebrities, but hey.
Look, man, I got a big backyard. I got a tent. You just let me know, man. Just call me as soon as you get to the border. I'll run right down there and pick you up, man. Just let me know, dude.
Dude, if I could. Okay, this is something that I have been dealing with. That is nothing hard, nothing. Is more of a nerd issue than anything. There's a couple of magic cards that I need for finishing my deck because I will have an infinite combo that is really stupid. Is one of the funniest things that you can run, and I'll be honest, it will be amazing just winning with that all the time. So I want to do that. is $50 in cards for 4 cards is a bit a ton of money, but I can sell some stuff. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, just call me. I'm
Exactly.
like, that's what I'm saying. Just call me. Like, as soon as you get there, I'll be like, hey, as soon as the INS lets you go, be like, just go, no habla el inglés. And they'll let you right across and just go. And then I'll text you my number on Twitter because they're gonna give you a cell phone. I'll just text you my number on Twitter and just like call me. And I'll be like, all right, Bubba, I'll be here. I'll be there in 2 hours, man. I'll be right there. I'll just pick you
Okay,
up. No big deal.
about the cell phones, there's a cute way to they set trackers on each phone that they give. They set a lot of
we
spyware.
throw it out. But we throw it out after I pick you up. We
You
don't
can
need it after I
actually
pick you up.
remove the operative system and install a new one that is completely clean and free phone. Look at me. But no, I was thinking about the cost of shipping for those cards to Ecuador. It will cost me more than the cards. It's stupid. So I was like, okay, if I go to the US, I get a plane ticket. It's like $400 to go and get back here. I go with, let's say, a couple $1,000 just to buy magic cards. I come back here and sell them here. I will be
The
golden.
comments are going off about this. Oh,
I know, I love it.
you guys are going off about that. I love it. And I want to give a quick welcome to Doc Fortune, who's a member, Tim Hayes, Iron Oxide, Dearest, and Bull Rush 4570. Thanks for all dropping in, dudes.
Yes, indeed.
Hey.
No, Pablo, I would love for you to be in I would love for you to be in the States, man. That way you could come to Illinois and we could have pizza. You know I'd hook a brother up with pizza.
You know, I have 2 technical degrees on gastronomy, on actually
Yes,
cooking, on Italian cooking. I can set up a pizza shop.
Dude, dude. Oh man. Okay. I got this really nice. There's this really nice like limestone, like this kind of stone that comes in like with sea waves and salt water that hits it. Like you could take that, you could make a really nice oven out of it.
Oh,
Some of that
yeah.
nice, put some of that. You could either do, and like especially since we're in Texas, right? Mesquite, everybody loves mesquite. You could like cook, you could like heat it with mesquite, and then just like as soon as those rocks turn red hot, just slide that pizza on it. Oh.
Dude, the clay on Texas, that's what you need to make a really good oven.
Oh, yeah.
And the flavors, if you use some woods that you have in the US that are really cheap on the US, are amazing for flavoring. Exactly. Wood stove
Love
pizza.
wood
stove. Yes,
Dude.
exactly. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Because it gets
Keith
a little
Fortel knows what's good. He knows
Yes,
what's
he
good.
does.
He has to
He
mention
knows.
that he knows.
Oh, yeah. Applewood for pizza is just absolutely amazing. The flavors that you get. And just do it in a way that the crust gets really toasty, really crispy. Life is good.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, I'm so glad I ate before this stream because otherwise I'd be like, otherwise I'd be in my kitchen right now, like rolling out some dough and like turning the oven on and shit like that. Because yes, I love oven wood pizza. Yeah, it's just so good. Yep.
Dude,
Hey, there you go.
18 years? I thought you were like 25. No,
Hey,
no.
how many times do I have to tell people black don't cry?
Dude. Well, I guess that's true. I mean, look at Ernie Hudson. He's 46.
Dude, right, Ghostbusters. You saw that trailer, right?
He's the oldest one of the bunch, and he looks the youngest of the bunch. He's got like
he's the oldest.
Dude,
he's the oldest.
Wow.
My little
and Ernie
sister,
Hudson looks the youngest of them by a lot too.
My little sister's dad, fucking I guess I don't know, Sam. Like that's the way he is, dude. Like that motherfucker's been like 10 years older than my mom for like my entire life. And he's always looked like 20 years younger than him. Like, it's like, what do you do? Like, yeah.
Okay,
And
there's 2 groups of people that I actually know are kinda immortal until 50, 60, and then they just go crash.
Yeah.
Japanese women, will look
Oh,
like they
yes.
are 16 until they are 50. They are 50 and they look like Mumra.
Dude, dude, my grandma Foy, no bullshit. My grandma Foy was the exact same way, dude. And like I had an aunt, and she was like half Korean, and the same thing, smoking. Like always perfect. Perfect skin, perfect hair, everything. And then she hit like 50, and then overnight it was like boom.
Yeah.
Gray hair, wrinkles everywhere. And I'm
I
like,
know what you
Auntie,
mean.
where did you go? Auntie, where did you go? No, she's like, I'm right here. I'm right here. It's fucking wild, dude, with the Asians. It's fucking wild. And that's so true. He does. He looks fucking dead in that movie. In that trailer, like, I love the fact that he's there, but it's like, holy God, dude. Could you have like dyed his hair a little bit or something? Like, holy
These
God.
comments are killing me. Like all that Bill Putin's cat Bill Murray looks ill. He looks dead. Ernie Hudson is 108.
He's Moses, motherfucker. He's Moses.
He's straight up is.
Oh,
Okay. What's up, Poots Cat? What's up, Jack Tar Lad? Bush McFadden. Wookie Fever presents. Nice to see you, dudes. Yes. And Chris Mead has a question. It says, Nick, have you heard of Leo Maracchioli? I think that's how it's pronounced. He does metal covers of popular songs, plays all the instruments, does his cover. I have not heard of it. And to be very fair, that could be a me problem because I'm one of those guys where I'm not a cover guy. Even when I was in bands, I was probably the most resistant on doing covers. I was that guy. To me, just nothing about that idea excited me. So see, there's my consistency showing. I don't need remakes of movies. I don't need my cover songs. Now, I'm not saying that guys like that are good. They probably do justice to those songs. I'm sure they do. For me, I've been such a purist to old songs, even with the most talented of players. I've always been such a purist, but maybe one day I might catch interest and give it a look. So thanks for mentioning my way. Maybe I'll look into him. And what's up, Glenn, sir?
Bill Murray, that's fucking great. Sounds like Bill Murray can play Biden in a biopic.
There's
what's
one
up, Glenn, sir?
later from Bull Rush.
Oh, let me see.
Great, Kenzie.
Bill Murray can play.
Bill Murray can play Hillary Clinton in a biopic.
Wow.
Oh, you guys.
It will have a better
Savage.
personality than the real Hillary Clinton. I can
Oh,
tell you that.
Oh, no shit. Hey,
did you post on
Pokey
Gilded?
to go.
Please tell me you posted on Gilded. I've not been on Gilded much today, but if you did, bro, I like me to
my food channel too.
Oh, he knows how to post the foods, man. Boosh and Christian, Jason from Sci-Fi from ATV. Those dudes straight up have a food off, and it's like the most glorious thing because I'll be gone like Saturday and Sunday from like YouTube and Gilded, and I'll come in Monday morning. I'll catch up and I'll look at all the photos.
Dude,
I'm like, oh, these dudes.
I need to start doing that. I need to start putting my pictures in there because, like, dude, we watched Chef last week with Mephisto. Dude, I have never had a desire to make a Cuban more in my life. And like I have been making Cubans for like the last week ever since that movie. Like they're so good. It's so
That
good.
happens to me with the Big Lebowski.
Yeah. There you go.
What a
White
flick.
Russians, man.
Big
White
Lebowski.
Russians.
Right, Russians. Yep. There you go. Yeah, I've been making like Cubans for like I got like 2 pounds of like ham and like beef in my fridge, and I just keep making Cubans. It's so good.
I'm hungry. I'm so bloody damn hungry now.
All right. So what I do is I take the bread and I layer the meat and the cheese on top of it, and then I butter the bottom, and then I butter the top, and then I take the skillet. I'm just trying to make Nick hungry.
I'm not complaining, man. All right. So, we got a direct donation. This clip has more meaning now than ever because a certain movie came out this weekend.
Yeah.
And because of this clip,
Did a new movie come out?
Never
this
gets
weekend?
old.
I'm
Oh, and Bull Rush with a $5 direct donation. And he says, have any of y'all been reading the new Transformers? It's pretty good so far. I read issue 1, which we did cover a few weeks ago. I really enjoyed. I picked up issue 2. I haven't had a chance to read it. I haven't had a chance, but I am looking forward to reading it, and I will make sure next week on this show I will have read it. I will straight up, because I know next week's a little bit of a big week too, because I know Geiger Ground Zero comes out, which is supposed to be one of a two-parter, and that's supposed to be on the origins of the character. And I did enjoy Geiger, the miniseries from Jeff Johns and Gary Frank, and of course the finale to Mark Miller and Pepe Larraz's Big Game is next week, which I can't even imagine how it's going to end. It's going to be a double-sized book too. It's going to be a double-sized comic at $8. So he said it's going to be double the page amount. And I'm like, how is this story going to end? Because, dude, it's absolutely, it's a wild time. And you got the Magic Order, you got Kick-Ass, Hit Girl, Nemesis, blah, blah, blah. Like, what's going to go on with all of these characters? And there's so many more other ones. There's Jody from American Jesus. Like, there's still so much. Bonnie Black from Reborn. Like, it's going to be wild to see how that story ends up. And the best part is, and I mentioned on a video I did a few weeks ago, we have no idea what's coming next, because especially in the last 5 to, no, not even just 5, I'd say even 15 to 20 years, when there's like a big event comic, you kind of get like I wouldn't say direct spoilers, but kind of indirect or subtle spoilers, because they'll put out the solicits for the books that happen after the event, and it kind of puts dampers on the stakes. Even for when there was some good books I was enjoying in the 2000s, it still kind of was just like, like I kind of know who kind of lives, because you're seeing these characters being solicited and promoted and in books. And it'd be nice if either guys like Mark just don't solicit anything, or they pull the bait and switch like what's his name, Kirkman did. When Kirkman did big solicits when he ended the Walking Dead comic, he was soliciting up to like issue 196, but then he surprised readers when he got to the end of 193 and said, "This is the end." And of course, because that became a big book for people like, "Oh, what? The series is over," type of thing. And it shows you those who read the book were the ones who were rewarded because they stuck through to the end. So, no, and that's cool. Hey, I like that. I do like that. I like the idea that there's a level of uncertainty, because it makes you feel like, okay, all stakes are here, anything goes. So I want a comic to really feel like it's gonna matter. And yeah, Big Game number 5, big conclusion, double sized comic. Just saying. And Bull, to answer your question, Geiger Ground Zero comes out next week, the same day as Big Game number 5, my friend. So yes. Yeah. And Dearest, to answer your question, I think G.I. Joe, you know what? Let's look it up together. Screw it. We'll look it up. We're gonna get answers to this dude's, okay? And it's gonna be great. Larry Hama. I know
Huge. It's gonna be huge.
Larry Hama is gonna be writing G.I. Joe, and I know it's gonna be at issue 301. Let's see here. Oh, got it. Oh, dudes. All right, I'm gonna just share my screen. Let's do this all together. Okay. Present. Here you go, man. G.I. Joe number 301, and that is next week from Mr. Larry Hama. There you go, man. And yes, Duke comes in January and Cobra Commander in December. So there you go. So that's gonna be a big time. So Duke cover, and I'm sure there'll be more stuff to be announced. What's up, Jace?
So are they doing these once a month or once a week?
Once a month. Once a month.
I actually like that kind of schedule. Like, it gives them time to do things. Like, I know a lot of other, like, I know back in the day a lot of stuff was like once a week, or like even like manga. I know it's like once a week and stuff like that. But like, if they're gonna try to properly bring this back into the zeitgeist, right? Like, if they're gonna do it proper and bring it back in, and same thing with Transformers, like. let's go slow roll. Like, show me you can do it. Give me one good book. Give me 2 good books. Give me 3 good books. Let's do that before you decide to set out on something fucking crazy. And I don't know about the GI Joes. I haven't read the GI Joes yet, but with the Transformers books, at least the first one, they've done good. So let's see what they do with the second one. So I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay. All right. All right. So now that you all know G.I. Joe next week, along with Geiger and Big Game. So that's a big deal. Jace Podger just went through something. Yeah, I know my buddy Max von Priestley, he was talking about in his last stream. I didn't read it. I just had no straight up desire to check it out about the new character named Joe Garrison. I'm sure it's trash. I mean, I don't want to say like I'm a Punisher guy. Like I've read some comics of his I enjoy, but I wouldn't say like I'm a big Punisher guy. But I do know enough of the character. There are things I like about the character, and I understand what makes Frank Castle Frank Castle. So yeah, I'm sure it's definitely not. I'm sure it's not pleasing to the imagination. I'm sure it's absolutely not. Oh man, yeah. For those who are reading, hey, you brave soldiers out there. I ain't one of them. I'll admit it. I ain't one of them. So okay, I'm gonna pitch some ideas for. I just subscribed. Don't make me take it back. Dude, I don't want to do that to you, Poon's Cat. I like you.
We love you.
I'm thankful that you sub, man. Thank you. I know that you've been listening here on and off for weeks, so that means I won your sub. That means I earned it, and I don't want to know. It's a bummer when you lose subs. It is, and sometimes it isn't always you two. Sometimes some people just move on. Some people, I've heard people too who just take hiatuses and then they come back and then they resubscribe to everything. I'm like, oh, okay. I know a few guys who are like that, so it happens. But no, thank you for subbing, sir. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Don't worry, I'm not gonna read that damn book. Okay, fair enough. Okay, fine. That's fair. That's fair.
That's
never happened with Nick. That won't happen.
No, and that's not going to happen. And I'm going to tell you exactly why this is never going to happen, Putin's Cat. Because between Klobby and between the rest of the, not me, but the rest of the experts that we have on this panel all the time, including like Andrew last week, like they are going to make sure that Nick's head stays about this big. They're just going to put it in a vice and they're just going to crank it and go, we have so much more knowledge than you. Shut up, you dumb little nerd. Just host. Just host. And that is what that's. So I promise you, Putin's Cat, you are never going to have to worry about that with Nick.
Dude, in that topic, did you watch?
Yes, the shirt. I love the shirt. I want that shirt.
Did you watch the Boogie 2988 documentary?
No.
Is one of the most fucked up things that have come from YouTube, dude. Watching that documentary was like, oh my fucking god, what kind of place is this?
I'm not willing to torture myself that much, Pablo. I love you.
It's a really dark view into somebody that is basically the 7 deadly sins combined in a person.
But that's the thing is we've all learned from that, right? It's like the old saying is like what happens to somebody that wins the lottery, right? They end up blowing it. Well, guess what? That's actually not true anymore.
Not true.
Statistically, we've actually all learned as a culture to not do that shit. We've all learned to hire lawyers and all that kind of stuff. It's the same thing. And you're right. He is a great example of everything not to do. But I don't need to watch a documentary. We've all learned from each other. We've all learned from the guys that have been here for a million years that know what to do. And it's like that situation is honestly tragic to a lot of degrees. And it's like, it makes you sad. It's like, no one should ever have to go through that. And it sucks, but you know what? At least we can all learn from those lessons. So you're right. You're right, Pablo. Like it's worth the lessons if nothing else.
Ooh, Vince. I was actually
that exists.
Well,
that
please tell me that exists.
Oh,
hey,
it
wait.
exists.
Right here. Look, give me some Lobo. Give me some Lobo. I broke Nick. I love it.
Dave, when I hit 2K, you're coming back on. That's what's gonna happen, man. You're coming from when the 2K hits. Oh, dude, yeah, that's a hell of an idea. Okay, and this is the time to turn your brains on. If you want to do Googles and chat, you're welcome to bring some ideas. I want to talk about some Christmas comics. One of them I've got is a Simpsons comic. Yes, a Simpsons comic. Imagine that. I'm talking issue number 172. And it'd be cool because one, Simpsons were comics, and they actually had some good comics, and they did have good writers, and they actually had good stories, and the comics were going good too, longer than when the show started being not as good. The comics were actually still being entertaining. So let's look at the cover of a Simpsons comic, because why the hell not? So, oh yeah, look at that cover right there.
Huh.
It's as Simpsons as he got. Grandpa right over there yelling at literally nothing. Got Santa's little helper, Bartley, son Maggie in the tree. Homer here with a tree.
Like, no bullshit. Like, the story behind Santa's little helper is honestly like one of the sweetest like Simpsons episodes I have ever seen. It's an absolutely wonderful episode. Like it shows.
Isn't it the first episode?
No, it's not the first episode, because there was actually some older episodes that I think initially aired on like Vic Dent.
But those were
the Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Thank you, Clobby. But yeah, no, but it's I love that episode. It was so cute. It was so fun. You know, it's like oh, you know, even though, you know, Homer kind of screwed up and, you know, kind of blew his last $5 at the dog track. You know what? They came home with the best, dumbest dog that anybody could have ever loved, you know, and it was great. And like that story of when he gets out and, like, you know, everybody's gonna go find him, and like honestly, that could be a Christmas story in and of itself, because anybody that's had a dog or a cat or any kind of animal they ever loved, yeah, y'all get that. So,
oh yeah. So let's see if there's even a bit of a I chose this one because I love the cover, and there's been some good episodes on The Simpsons. But right here, it says Homer's get-rich scheme to sell Christmas trees runs afoul of conservative Birch Barlow, who's also going to cash on the commercialization of the festive holiday with his inspired rant about the war on Christmas. So, yay, nay, you guys want to give this one a go? Because I got another one if this one doesn't seem too
it's interesting.
Pleasing. You think would you give it a go?
Yeah, also it reminds me to the early seasons of The Simpsons, and I'll be honest, the Spanish translation, at least the Latin American Spanish dub, is one of the best things ever. The guy that they put on Homer's voice is absolutely fantastic. So I will be reading in that voice every single line. And that's my childhood, basically.
Yes, Boosh. I watched the first episode, and it was great of season 2. I loved it. I got to watch the second one. It started last week, one by one.
Oh yeah.
There's 2 episodes out. I watched the first one, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Make sure though you watch because a lot of people don't seem to know the Adam Eve one-off was really good too. It was really good, very comic faithful too. So go watch those, and of course the second episode proper of the second season. So, all right.
Are they doing the? I wanted to ask: are they doing the Omni-Man redemption arc, where he actually gets another son? And
they might.
No,
but you never know.
I mean,
not yet.
It's
probably
still very early. It's still very early because first the Adam Eve one-off episode was basically based off a 2-issue miniseries to really flesh out her character. Like I said, it's a really good episode. And now season 2 started, and I've watched the one of the 2 episodes that's available. And the first episode, I really enjoy. It was very Mark Grayson focused, which I like too. And this is the biggest surprise for me. And wait for it. This is a big one, especially for those who like the show. There's one thing that people did not like about the show, and that was Amber. Amber was almost like a completely different character this first episode. I'm not joking too.
She's not annoying anymore?
I've heard that.
She's not annoying at all. She's not. Yeah, she was actually really kind. She was understanding. She was trying to be encouraging. She was happy. She was excited.
She was an annoying bitch.
In the
I
show,
know.
yeah. In the show last season, yeah. In the comics, she never was.
No, in the comics she never was.
Well, she's completely different, starting with her tone.
Yeah.
Yes. But in this episode, it was like watching a completely different character. I was like, okay, I hope this maintains, because that really made me very, very happy.
Yeah, I've heard that. Maybe it was you telling me that I heard it from. You heard it from, but yeah, that's good to know. That's good news.
So it made me excited, and yeah, like I said, the first episode was very Mark Grayson focused, and there's a bit of a theme going on. I'm like, okay, this could go in an interesting direction. So I'm excited. I can't wait to watch the second episode. I'm gonna try to catch that tomorrow, along with finally watching the Alice Cooper Metal Mythos, which I'm absolutely just dying between those two things to watch. But okay, so we'll talk about the Simpsons comic issue 172. Write this on your whatever it is that you write on your notes. Whatever it is, write it. Now I've got the next cover I want to unveil. And Claudio, like I say, if you come
I'll
up
think
with
of something,
anything,
man. I promise. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I had something. I'll think of it. I promise.
Nick,
all right.
Nick,
I got what's up?
Just because of like your love for like ridiculous superheroes and shit, I have a cover for you whenever we get a minute, because
post in the private chat, or you can just share your screen after this one.
Dude, this is freaking hilarious! Holy shit! Okay,
Good.
go ahead. It's it's Christmas themed too. That's the best part. It's Christmas themed. So go ahead.
Oh, then I have to read it. Then I have to. I mean, I can't just not. I have to. All right. So Daredevil number 253. This is obviously Anno Senti. She did the run after Frank Miller. And this is John Romita Jr., his early days. This is actually my favorite era of when he was a penciler. This is my favorite era when he was a penciler. And this issue, as it says here in the synopsis, Christmas time sells over New York City, and Daredevil and Kingpin celebrate in two very different worlds. A holiday-themed issue brought to you by Master Scribe Anno Senti Marvel legend John Romita Jr. How's it sound to you dudes? I've read this one, and I'm ready to read it again, if anything.
Dude, you said Daredevil and Christmas.
Daredevil. I spoiled what I was going to show. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Yay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you said Daredevil, Kingpin, Christmas. I'm down.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, well, basically, it's a good perspective issue on how they go about Christmas individually, and I love the cover too. It literally says "Merry Christmas, Daredevil." You got Kingpin holding Daredevil's mask.
Yeah.
So
that very ominous scene, all of that. Yeah, no, I think that's great. That's a good idea. I like that. And a classic too, 1964. Hell yeah.
80. Well, no, that's when the volume started.
Yes, when it started.
This issue's
from the 80s, so
mid to late 80s.
Okay.
I think it was like 87.
Late 80s, 88.
Oh, it says right in front of me. I was like 87. I was only off by 1 year.
April 1st. Wait. April Fools? Is April Fool's Day? What the hell?
Well, it's weird because it's a Christmas issue, but it was dated in April, which would be way after. But
you know what my guess is, if you remember,
well, they do it too much in advance, but still, that would put it like a January comic or a February comic. But yeah, that doesn't matter.
Could it be? Nah, it doesn't. Could it be one of those things where, because I remember when I would buy a comic on the release week at like a 7-Eleven, it would say the month on the bottom of the front page.
All comics
2 or 3 months ahead.
They dated 2 months ahead.
Came out, maybe this came out in December, but they dated it 4 months ahead. I guess.
Says published April 1st, 1988, which cannot be true if it came out in December. Obviously, published. Now,
yeah, I think
I will dig into it and look for you.
Okay. Either way, we're down for this issue.
It's a Christmas issue. It says Merry Christmas on it, so don't trust.
I know, right?
Right.
Don't trust the Marvel site you got on there. That's that Marvel site right there. So,
well, I just want, because they had a good look at the cover and the.
What issue is it again? What's the issue
253.
on it.
All right, awesome. Thank you, sir. Okay, now the common nerd has a cover to share
Dude,
off here.
This is I just think this is absolutely hilarious. Like, I'm not even saying we should read this one, but the fact that it's the Seal Man's War on Santa Claus. Like, and I know how much you love like bad, crazy superheroes, and like the Sandman, the Seal's War on Christmas. I'm like, I don't even know if this is any good or not, but like that just sounds ridiculous enough for us to like review. So I just thought that was wild.
I'm interested.
Originally slated and run in Sandman #7, the Seal Man's War on Santa Claus was shelved for 5 years, which I can only assume was because DC was afraid to run the story. That is awesome. How else would you explain a decision to run a story where the Lord of Dreams, traveled to the castle of the Nightmare Wizard to prove that the Santa Claus existed and found himself battling against a tribe of seal men who were rebelling against Santa Claus because he accidentally brought them gloves and scuba gear, scuba equipment instead of the presents they asked for, thus leading to Santa Claus having a fist fight with seal people before it all gets resolved. Like, I don't know. That just sounds ridiculous. Crazy, yes, but why? What else would you expect from a Christmas comic by Jack Kirby?
I'm
Kirby
down.
himself.
I mean, I was already down, but that just kind of solidifies the deal.
Just how ridiculous that sounds. I love it.
It sounds redonkulous. And I say,
and it will be if it's one of Kirby's craziest issues. Actually.
I want to read it. I say we should do it.
Say that.
You could probably do like 2 episodes worth of Christmas comics. That way you could do like 4 issues per episode. That brings it to 8 comics. So yeah, we got 3 comics. We're already almost halfway. You had another one in the comments. Harley and the Ivy, the Batman Adventures Holiday Special. Can you do you got a cover for that to put up? Because I'd like to take a look at that.
No, I can pull that back. I can pull that cover back up. And the only reason I thought that one was really cool is because I actually remember the episode that was from. And that's one of the cool things about that is I remember that episode, and it's a fun little, especially because it was kind of a break from like everything else that like Batman the animated series did for a little while. It was kind of like a nice little break where you were like, you just got a fun little Halloween fun little holiday story. Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. Yeah, Ivy and that, and this is actually the version of it from the comic versus the different where it was slightly different with the animated series. Obviously the animated series was really pretty. But I mean, I thought this was fun. Like, and I mean, does anybody ever complain about seeing Poison Ivy? I mean, you got a beautiful redhead. Like, I mean, come on, guys. But yeah, I just thought it was fun.
I see it. Yeah.
But yeah, Harley and the Ivy, the Batman Adventures special. And like I said, 1995, I remember this episode. It's probably one of the ones that I have. Actually, I know this is one of the ones that I have on my DVD. But created by Paul Dini and
Paul Dini.
Thank you.
Dini. That's a great issue, by the way. That's great stuff.
Yeah.
Good choice, comment.
Thank you. And I was like,
I'm in.
Dude, I was just like looking up like, okay, so I was like looking up like top best because I'm a DC fanboy, right? Like I'm a DC fanboy, Superman,
DC's wonderful.
Lobo, right? They're my boys, right? So I was just like top 10 DC comics, and like I was like, I actually remember some of these, and I love this because it's a tie-in to the Batman the Animated Series, and later was adapted into an episode, which is the episode I saw as a kid. Lighthearted romp saw Poison Ivy staving off the Yuletide blues and placing her partner in crime, Harley Quinn, by using her hypnotic kiss to enslave Bruce Wayne and use his boundless fortune to fuel a holiday shopping spree. Of course, it tends to happen when Bruce Wayne is endangered. It doesn't take long for Batman to show up. But in the exact same, like I said, I love that look. Like, because I remember that in the series. It's like I remember Poison Ivy like with Bruce's credit cards and just going wild, and like it's a fun, like, because everybody, what does everybody think about, right? When they think about a Christmas a lot of time, right? You think about the classic movies where everybody's walking down the street, there's snow coming down, you're looking through the windows, you're Christmas shopping, you're browsing, and this whole episode for me And I'd imagine since it was a perfect comic adaptation, it's the exact same representation of that. It's even though technically she enslaves Bruce Wayne, you still get that lovely little scene of everybody walking down the street and buying Christmas gifts and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that would be a fun one. That would be
Dude, I'm down. I'm absolutely down. I'm freaking in. Okay, I don't think we're gonna have any objections on the panel.
Oh no, it's a great one. If we didn't do that one last year, I don't think so.
No.
Oh, by the way, Mark. Yes, I mean Mark. Sorry, you're Mark. You're Mark tonight, Tim. Sorry. Yeah. All right. By the way, anyway, Nicholas. Yes, that was cover dated way in advance, but it was the number 253 was released December 1st, 1987.
Yes.
So,
so I was right. I was right.
Marvel databases got it wrong.
Yes.
But
I was right. But
you go to Mike's Amazing World, susses it every time because they give you the exact release date on comics if you want. But it used to be 2 months in advance. They did this one 4. DC was doing it, started doing it at 3 at one point, but 4. That's crazy.
Wow. That's wild. Holy shit. Yeah, and that makes a lot more sense too. Like, I mean, why else would you release that?
Excuse me, 5 actually. In that case,
Jesus,
I don't. That's because of direct sales and because they weren't selling as many comics on the in the newsstands and in the supermarkets at the time, in the convenience stores.
What, Cobby, let me ask you something. When you're the guy that's been in the industry, you're the guy that's been around the industry for a while. When did that stop? When did we stop? When did the spinner racks at the grocery stores, like, and all that? Because we still get you go to the grocery store now, you still see Time magazine, you still see like their little specials, you still see the tabloids. When did the comics stop? When did those stop being at the same spot?
Well, I don't know. I would have to speculate. I think this is way speculative on my part, but I couldn't give you an exact time. I can give you like a roundabout one. Somewhere around in the 2000s, probably late. I mean, it was really dwindling, I think, in the 90s, but it was still, you could, like, I guess your 7-Elevens and your convenience stores, newsstands, which they still have a lot of newsstands around, were still doing it, although to a much lesser degree. I'm not saying there's nowhere you can get comics other than the comic shop right now, but I don't know. I mean, it used to be the Barnes and Noble, and somewhere around the late aughts, before they got into the 20 teens, there was more and more distribution, less and less distribution, to those convenience stores, and more like still newsstands to a degree, and then like your bookstores. Like, remember Barnes and Noble carried comics for a while. They were the only place you could really count on them showing up, except for the comic shop for a good while. Barnes and I guess Borders, when they were still in business. I don't know if they're still in business.
I worked at a Borders, and we did carry comics at the time. That's actually, I was reading, because I remember when I was working at a Borders, we got the basic books, and we got Spider-Man, X-Men, the Avengers, and I remember that was going on. And I remember actually getting comics in they weren't at Walgreens anymore at the time, but they did get them into Barnes and Noble and Borders, which was shocking to see. They didn't sell too well at the shops. However, I would see people who were getting into them, and they would then be like, "Hey, do you guys have these type of titles?" Like, "Oh no, we only just have like the big name." Because you would have someone who would ask for like a Moon Knight or a Ghost Rider. Right. The few people who bought comics at a Borders, like, "Oh no, you have to go to an actual comic shop for lesser known characters like that." And yeah,
they didn't carry everything, but they carried some.
No, we did have some. And people, I remember, if there's one book that people definitely had eyes on, I think at the time was it the Avengers? I think the Avengers at the time. I do know people were buying Spider-Man at the time, and that was pre One More Day. There was a good amount of people, and the shop I went to at the time, Daredevil was a big deal to buy at the time. I mean, I was one of those guys, man. That was a huge deal to be having Daredevil. That was a hell of a time to be into Daredevil. That's for sure. Oh,
well,
we got 25 people here in the chat, and we're overdue for this. So,
yes,
it's about time. And we also have great recommendations from one Vince Womack that needs recognizing. So this one goes out to the Gilded King, Vince Womack. Sir, this one's out to you, my friend. And to
Yeah.
everyone in the chat, all 25 of you, thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting. I appreciate all of you. Cheers. Oh, and
Cheers.
Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day. Yes, indeed.
Happy Veterans Day, indeed, brothers.
King of Comics was a great veteran.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
So Vince,
one of
go ahead.
All I was because I'm gonna go grab another beer here in a second.
Oh,
One of the things is I think there is a unique opportunity right now for anybody out there, and honestly, this is one of the things I've dreamed about. If my if all of that stuff would have kept going the way it was going and everything else, this is one of the things I would have loved to have dreamed about. I think there's a unique opportunity right now between the retro gaming scene, the retro comic scene with back issues and stuff like that, and the independent sphere. If somebody had the wherewithal to go out there and go, I'm going to open up a comic shop, but the only thing I'm going to cover, the only comics I'm going to stock are Iron Age, independent shit, stuff that's on Kick, things that are on Fund My Comic. Like, I'm going to buy every one of their retailer boxes, right? I'm going to buy ISOM at the retailer box. I'm going to buy ISOM 2 at the retailer box, and I'm going to stock those. I think you
know what you would need to make that survive, though. You're going to need to have a boatload of good back issues.
Right.
You're going to need to be in a big city too.
Yeah, and you're going to need to be in a big city too, because if you're in the burbs, that's not going to. That's sadly, as much as I love wishful thinking for that to work, it's you would have to be close to a big city, and you would have to have a lot of Marvel and DC back issues, like a lot. So
one of the factors. Go ahead.
If you
all I'm saying is I think we're getting to a point where that is going to end up being a very, very viable business opportunity in the future. I'm not saying we could do it right now. And you're right. What Clavi and Pablo are saying is you got to still have a lot of those back issues of DC and Marvel, right? But we're getting to a point where manga has outsold Batman.
Oh, manga will
One
be
Piece
fine.
Outsold,
Yeah,
right. But think about that. Those people are out there craving good stories. Why did they switch over to manga? Why did they switch over to anime? Because they're craving good stories. Now we have the Iron Age with these. I mean, I'm a guy that tries to promote independent comics every single Wednesday, and I've only scratched the surface of the guys that are out there. You know what I mean? Advertise it right, push it right, get to the right connections, talk to the right people. There is money printer go burr. That's all I'm saying is money printer.
If you are not doing it in a city, if you are doing it in a lower population area, you will need to combine. So you will need to sell also retro video games or have playing card games. So you need to have a couple of tables. You have to get a bigger store for more stuff. But
where this is my question, right? We know we see the retro video game stores popping up all over the place. We see the retro everything popping up all over the place. I know there's like 3 of them in my town that have popped up in the last 2 years. How many of our customers, or how many of us that are customers of those stores, are going in and they're going, hey man, I know this really cool independent comic. They've made $1 million on their last book. How about you reach out to them, grab a rack of them, like introduce them to your customers, and that's the other thing. And I will gladly admit I'm as far, I haven't done this myself, but like, does that sound like a viable option? Somebody that worked in the comic book industry, if somebody came into your store and went, hey, I want issue X of this, can you get that for me? Is that a viable option? Is that something people are interested in? I don't know.
For things like the Rippaverse, you need at least a couple more titles on rotation, a couple more titles coming out to justify the purge. Because if you are gonna have a spinner rack, you need to fill it. You need to also make it look like there's stuff in there. Because if you have ISOM number 1, ISOM number 2, and Alphacore, it looks empty. Even if you
release schedule is a thing too. I think that's a nerve factor. Necessarily not. You'd have to have a big city. You'd also have to have trade paperbacks. You'd also have to have lots of back issues. I know Rippaverse Comics, their goal is to get to a point where they could have at least an issue a month, which is a great goal. I think that's outstanding. That's what they want to achieve. And next year, it's clear they're going to have like 4 issues. So even a quarterly release for them is good. I think that's once again that alone is a massive step in the right direction. But if more guys could have books out consistently, like I got my other Joe Frankenstein Volume 2 recently, and Graham Nolan was able to put out both this year. Grant, I know it's technically a reprint, and all that was redone was the lettering, but he's also just wrapped up his campaign for the Ghost of Metakumpa Key, and he's going to get that printed soon. So lots of books right there being printed from his Compass Comics. So I feel like if the guys could be consistent in releasing stuff to warrant a new release schedule to keep it weekly, I think that's the real tricky part, because that's also been the thing that's hurt the movement of guys on Indiegogo is the fulfillment part. I know we've had many of those discussions on this stream and our stream that is getting to that fulfilling stage, because obviously, yes, things do come up. Also, some people aren't as aware of how much money they actually got to spend for some of these things.
Mhm.
So that's a big thing. I feel like if we get a consistency schedule, yeah, it's going to take so many variables. Could it happen? I actually believe it could, but you need to have all the variables. You can't be short of any of them. As long as you have all of the variables, then yes, it could happen. I don't think it's
you're gonna have more. You're gonna have more lower cover prices too, though.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not going to
But
sell
I
$30-something
think
comics like that, like that are new.
Right,
No.
right. Well, one of the things it sounds like, because I was listening to you guys the entire time, one of the things it sounds like to me is one of the things, like you're talking about back issues, right? You're talking about, like, you need something more to fill the rack, right? You need something more to fill the spinner rack than just what
for
we've
new
got right
release.
now.
Yeah.
Right, for new releases. So what I'm thinking is, like, literally, if that's the only complaint we have right now, in 5 years, that's not going to matter.
No,
Because we're gonna have so many indies out there. I mean, like Jason's working on his second.
Yeah.
Mythical's number 2 from my buddy Hojo is live right now. Like in 5 years, we're gonna have long boxes that literally on the side of it just say Iron Age. Like we're getting to that point.
What we're gonna need is actually a nice price curve, because if you go, for example, for ISOM, it's not a cheap book. It's a big book. It's worth every single penny. But if you are a new customer or a customer that only get floppies and maybe spend $20 a week, something like that, but you wanna go home and you wanna have your hands full of comics, you wanna have a lot for those $20. Buying a lot of the stuff that is on the Iron Age is not an option.
No. See, and I'll disagree with you on that one, because I think at the store price, books like Jason's book, which is what, 15, 25 pages long, right? So it's like a typical floppy. You have Mythicals. Mythicals number 1 is like that. So yeah, is Rippa's book 100 pages long? Yes. Is Jason's book 100 pages long? No. You could theoretically in a mass print world. Like I'm talking like 5 years down the line, right? In a mass print world, you could print Jupiter 1 through 5 for $2, $3 a piece. Yeah, and you could walk out of there with that.
That's what you need.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly
that's
what
a big
you need.
one. We also gotta keep in mind too, and this is definitely something that we'll be bringing up later to when we discuss Alphacore, but because it's relevant now, we'll bring it up. If you remember when ISOM 1 went on sale at the 96 page count, that was $35. Now they're putting Alphacore number 1, which is a 96 page book 2. It is $7 cheaper. So within a year's difference, they're already having $7 off. That's a good sign. So maybe in a year or two, it could be 25, maybe 20, which would be kind of like more like a standard price for a trade paperback, which that would be right in line with everyone else. I mean, I don't see it going lower than that, which is fine. I don't think it really needs to, but if you had it between 20 and 25, I feel like that definitely could be very realistic. And a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people notice that. And also, like, even if you look at like a lot of the merch, the merch prices have gone down drastically. They're this ISOM poster, which I got in back me. I spent $30 on this, which absolutely worth it, by the way. When it came out, dude, their new Alphacore poster is $20. That's 33,
Dude,
34% off the difference.
What you can get ISOM #1 now for what, $5, right? If you
Well,
buy
that
it
was a
with one of the
limited thing. Now
others.
it's 20. That $5
Okay,
thing was a little
I mean,
weekend thing. But the point remains. Yeah, $20.
Yeah, the point remains. Like, you could have done that. You could have got that. Imagine being a retailer and went, you know what? We're gonna give this a shot. $5 a book. Why not? I'll sell it for 10.
Exactly.
It's a 90-page book. I can sell that for $10. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason. Yeah. So, Caffeinated Wolf, I know you're out there in the chat. I know you're listening, brother. Indie comic book store, South Texas, Rippa stomping grounds, back in his college town. Call me, okay?
All right.
Let me know. Just call me.
All right, I gotta acknowledge some faces because we've
Yes.
been having a damn
Yes,
good
we do.
conversation. Chat,
Fuck
thank
yeah.
you for your patience. What's up in Theater? Anonymous, Steven, Mac, Empress NM, and Andrew had a great comment here. Says we're going to ramp up like every other month and then go from there. Excited, dude. I can't wait, man. I'm excited, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I am
We're there.
primed for Alphacore. I even kind of I texted my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, I don't know if this stuff would come in time for Christmas, but if you want to give me these for like Valentine's Day, and I would like this beanie and poster. So
It's supposed to ship. It's supposed to start shipping. They're supposed to start shipping December 1st.
well,
is what
for
beginning of
members,
December.
members get first, and I wasn't able
Right,
to get
but
the
like,
membership yet.
Dude, I didn't
I'm going
order
to
my
Yairo though.
I didn't order my ISOM 2 because I was waiting on the long box until like the
Yeah.
end of July, and I still got mine like the second week after they ordered. Like, these guys and Andrew, you guys, y'all on point, okay? Like, I literally ordered my stuff at the end of the campaign, and I still got mine like the third week after stuff that started going out. So yeah, like, don't even worry about that. You probably get it in time for Christmas.
Okay. This is, and we'll do a few more of these Christmas comics, and then we'll wrap this topic up. We'll get into veteran stuff. After veteran stuff, we'll get into Alphacore. Vince Womack has what looks to be a great recommendation. I feel like the least we could do is give it back to our ever so excellent chat and take a recommendation from someone in the chat. I'll tell you what, man, I looked at the cover, and this looks like a damn fun time, and I want to hear what your gentlemen's thoughts are on this. This is the Tick Big Red and Green Christmas Spectacle. Bros. I'm just saying.
Dude, I'm here.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
That looks great.
Oh, you've read it, Globby?
If I remember correctly, a good long time ago, but it doesn't matter whether I can remember it too well or not. The Tick was funny. The Tick was always funny.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I actually liked the show that they had on Amazon. They only went like one season. It was good. And of course I like the cartoons and the few comics I've read. I enjoy. But we down for this one, guys?
Yeah.
Well, let's read it and see. You know, you got plenty of time to vet it and find out. So
yeah.
Ben Edlund was an excellent writer. Not only created the Tick, but he used to write for a lot of different shows, Angel, Firefly, and a bunch of other things. And he was a good writer.
All right, I'm putting it in our group chat. Tick Big Red and Green Christmas Spectacle. Dudes, awesome. I love it. And we have one more here I want to highlight. Thank you, Vince. Vince picked out another interesting one. Hone for Christmas by Mr. Chuck Dixon. Punisher War Journal number 39. Let me get that cover out because I did not get that cover out. I just highlighted your comment because, well, I just want to see what you had to say. So let's get that comic on. Okay. Punisher War Journal 39. Okay. Okay. And let's see here. Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, I see this cover. Hone for Christmas. It looks like a book of brutality, Biveth. And it says, Biveth. This is brutal. All right, let's look at this cover here. I found it on the Amazons of the world, and I'd do it. I mean, if it's not my go-to type of issue, but if the guys are up for it, I could say if you guys are down for it, I'll be a team player. I don't have to be invested in every single thing. I give it a shot.
War Journal could be a bit boring for me sometimes, but I'm willing.
Mhm.
I mean, it's Punisher. It's Christmas. Like, even if there's only like 5 seconds of conversation in the entire book, and it's just him murdering Santa Claus, or like murdering Santa Claus's bad guys, I'm here for it. Like, let's do it. It's Punisher. Why not?
I could
You know what I
imagine
mean?
it's gonna probably be people who diss on Santa. Knowing
Yeah,
Chuck
that's what.
Dixon, it's gonna be people who diss on
Oh,
Santa
this is
and
Chuck.
Punisher
Wait.
that
This
take
is
it personally.
this is Chuck
Dixon
Dixon.
is writing.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Why the hell are we even talking about this? Of course we're gonna read this. What is wrong with you people? I don't care. Yeah, I don't care if it's like I don't care if it's Punisher juggling for the entire episode. If it's written by Chuck Dixon, we're gonna have to read this. So there's just no question about it.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I'll be a team player.
I'm not a Punisher fan, but I'll let you guys review it. I mean, I'll review it with you guys. Is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll do it. I'll be a team player and I'll go for it as well, just to show that hey, we can work together
Yeah.
on these things. All right,
I'll be right
dude.
behind you guys as you review it. Right there.
Hey, and I'm pretty much right with you, Clubby. And I say that as a fan of Chuck. For me, I love for me, my essential Chuck Dixon is Simpsons stuff that he did and Nightwing.
I like
his
Air-
Nightwing and
Airboy
Chuck
is this goes way back to some of his early stuff. Airboy in the '80s, but nobody remembers that. But I got to ask him about that one time. Of course.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, on Loki's show one time. He was really cool.
Oh, that's
dude,
awesome.
we gotta get Chuck on here.
No, we're gonna do it, and I don't want to get cocky with it, but I do believe if I ask kindly, like Chuck,
Beg.
you're cool. I'm not gonna beg, but you're cool. I like you. I think you'd like us. We could talk comics.
Dude,
And then he's like, okay, let's work out a date. I may need a few weeks, but we can work a date out. Maybe I'm being confident on that, but I think I believe myself enough that it's possible.
As the common nerd, please give me like a month's advance notice if we pull that off, or even a week, because I want to read like 10 million Chuck Dixon comics like right before that. Like I'll read like every
He's
run
written
of
a lot,
Batman he's ever done.
He's written a lot, but
I know.
10 million of them.
Hey, dude. Okay, yeah, but you know my speed reading ability.
I hear you,
okay,
buddy.
I can crank out like 4 comics before the show starts, and I start at 6. Like, just give me every one of your favorite Chuck Dixon runs, and I'm gonna be like, I'm like, sir, these boys are the experts, but thank you. I love your work. Like, just thank you, sir. Thank you for everything you've done.
Nick's the expert, don't he? And Pablo, they're experts.
Hi, Clubby.
I mean, once again, I love his Nightwing. That for me, like, oh man, Nightwing, because I'm usually when people have Chuck on pedals, always talk about Batman, which is cool as Detective Comics. But for me though, I'm gonna be like, bro, let's talk about some Nightwing and Simpsons and Snakes on a plane.
Well,
no one's asked him about Snakes on a plane. I'm gonna be that guy.
And see, and I think that's one of the things that he would like too. You know, like it's like one of those guys that's like everyone wants to talk to him about Batman. Everyone wants to talk to him about that. But like, I'm a Nightwing fanatic. I love your Simpsons work. He's gonna be like, my Simpsons work. What?
I asked him some obscure questions when I talked to him, other than the Airboy one.
I bet he loved it.
I said, "Is it true that you based Bane on Doc Savage?" And he said, "Yeah, he was a Doc Savage fan." We had a lot of fun talking about that.
Nice. What's up, Andy? How you doing,
Andy?
man?
Andy,
you need to read that FF Sphinx arc. And you know what? I agree. When I saw that art posted last week, I was just like, man, that would be cool to talk about. You know what? I think the seed is planted, and we gotta let that bush blossom, my friend. I would love to talk about that story. I think maybe that's something we could definitely do, maybe even into early January next year. I think that'd be a fun one episode to do. And it'd be nice to actually also talk some Fantastic Four comics. So good excuse, man. And if you want to come on for that, I won't say no. I mean, I wouldn't really say no to you ever, but
That is a
that's
great
just
art.
more of a
By the way,
reason
that
not to
would be
say no.
That is a good one, though. I loved it. That was Marv Wolfman, John Byrne with Joe Sinnen inking him, so it looked good. This was right after. If it's the one I'm thinking of, course, it finishes the Sphinx. Remember when we reviewed a lot of Nova?
For Nova,
Of course.
yeah.
Now we didn't finish Nova, but we did the
No,
first
we
chunk
did
of Nova
we did
comics.
the first year one, basically.
And yeah, because they got some bad art later after that, by Fantilo. But yeah, but that one in FF when he finished it up, that would be a cool one to read. We'd have to backtrack.
Oh, you're in. Okay, we'll do it for.
There you go.
We'll do it. We'll do it. Maybe we can even do it. You know what? Fuck it. We're live. We're doing it live. I would just set up for a few weeks down the road. Let's do it for November 24th. Let me know, Andy, if you're down for that date. I'm seriously, I'm freaking in, man. Because next week we're gonna have another open episode. But for November 24th, if you want to do it, dude, you're in. Let me know, and I will gladly work with the date for you on that one. Dude. Get it.
Duder.
Snakes on a plane. Yes, get it.
I got that as a birthday gift many moons ago. And I was just like, I didn't know there was a Snakes on a Plane comic. Yes.
Dude, like you
These motherfucking snakes on this
motherfucking plane. Yep,
All
there
right.
you go. He's in. He's in. We got Andy. We got
All
Andy.
right.
Hell yeah.
I'll drink to
You've been-
that.
Here, brother. But that's one of those things. It's like, I mean, like Chuck Dixon's like one of those guys. He's like, yeah, give me an idea. I can write a story. What, you Snakes on a Plane? Yeah, I got it.
He's ungodly prolific. He's got 2 Conan books coming out.
Yes.
Not comics, novels. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know how many.
books.
He must write while he's walking around.
Dude, like it was so
sleep, man. I don't know.
It was so funny. I watched him on Tuesday night's main event, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm just like a lazy asshole. If nobody gets on me, I'm not gonna do anything." I'm like, "You're a lying asshole. You can't help but write." Like, I'd imagine you sit in that office all day long and just write stories, and you can't help yourself. Like, you're probably a freaking crack addict writing stories. Like, he's like, I guarantee you that guy's got like the next 3 Alphacore volumes already done. Like, he's a madman.
He did say he already had not only did he have Alphacore #1 done written a while ago, he already had a spin-off character from that book that was already written on top of it. And he says him and Mike Baron are now basically competing. Like, hey, you're being ahead of me. No, you're being ahead of me. You guys need to stop it, like, being ahead. So yeah, those two dudes. And that's good. That's a good problem to have.
Yes, that is so electrifying. You know how good that feels? Like this is the comic stuff I should have experienced as a kid in the 90s, watching DC and Marvel fight back and forth, right? Instead, now we get Mike Baron and Chuck Dixon, 2 of the greatest legends, 2 of the legends that are still alive, going, hey, Rippaverse, hey, I wrote more books than you. No, I wrote more books than you. No, and they're like, this is incredible. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great way to get quality. When they are competing,
yes,
they are actually pushing each other. And that's what made Marvel great at the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made both of them good. That's what made them good.
And what's up, Abagore?
Abagore.
Hey,
by the way,
our friendly demon Hazarad says, "Take me to your comics." And Putin's cat, are you asked who created your opening video? Are you talking about the one with the question at the logo? That would be my buddy. I don't know if you're around here listening at that, but way back, I think it's probably around like 500 or 600 subs. I had my buddy The Wake Down make it. His name's, well, I don't know if he wants to put his name out there. I don't know if he's still going public anymore, but he made that little quick clip. I do want to do a comic shop show clip. I'll probably want to get into it early next year, get that going, but I want to make sure if I'm going to do, I want to pay someone for a nice quick clip so they can, have a quick little easy money thing. So that's the goal, is to have that done for early next year. So yeah, assuming that's what you're talking about as a question clip, but that's a nice clip I can use for videos. Sure. Go ahead, Pablo. What were you going on with?
Oh yeah, I had a recommendation for a Christmas comic.
Oh,
Yeah, I know I always go to the same, but I already spoiled it earlier. Yeah, I have this recommendation. Nick, can you share?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
this exists.
Ooh,
that would be cool.
you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah,
That
would be
the
dope.
Hellboy book was posted it in our group chat. Let's
Nice.
do it. Let's do it.
Dude,
that, like I said,
looks cool.
that other issue entertained me more than I thought it could. I'd say let's do that.
I'm down. For
Let's
some
do
Hellboy.
that.
Just
I'm
look
down
at
for
the
some
art,
Hellboy.
man.
Dude, that looks so good. I love it.
That, by the way, I was contrasting something because this is completely clean up and basically the ink is perfect. Last issue of One Piece, I had a big gripe, and is this: can you see the lines from the base drawing before inking? It's everywhere. They didn't have enough time to use, for example, here you can see all the lines from the base work. So they didn't have the time to let the ink dry and then just go with the eraser and clean everything up before printing this. They needed the right away, and because of that, you have all of these lines. These smooches are from the comic just not being finished. It's a bit of laziness or a bit of time pressure. I don't know, but for a comic, for a manga this good, because this issue was incredible, I have a lot of problems with them not finishing it completely. Just look at this. The art is incredible, but you have too much of the underlines, and it's just go with a eraser. But if you cannot let the ink dry, you cannot clean up. So that's on
I'm
Shonen
actually
Jump.
looking forward to reading. I'm hoping by early next month I could start finally, because I still have my great copy of the first 3 volumes of One Piece, thanks to Ironcaster.
Nice.
I want to be able to read volumes 4, 5, and 6 next. So I'm hoping early next month I can be in a position where I can do that. For this week, I need to make sure I had my Arya hit 10 years old, and my girlfriend and I, we hit 4 years yesterday of being together.
Awesome. Congratulations.
And thank you.
Congrats, buddy.
And she gave me, thank you. She had some great gifts that we're going to show off tonight that we'll be showing off.
Ouch.
We have the Milwaukee meetup next week, and I had to
God,
snag me an Alphacore #1, and there's Christmas coming up, so it was like the hits keep coming out, and so everything happened all this month. So, but it's okay. We're gonna get by. It's gonna be great. So, anyways,
well, you guys were talking about Chuck Dixon. I thought you might want to know something before we moved on.
Go for it.
Did you know that he's been in comics since 1984? He has 1,344 stories credits, and that means he has 30,918 pages of stories written.
Wow.
That puts him.
Holy God.
Just thought you'd like to know that. I mean, so he might be a little prolific. What do you think?
Well, that's why I said the guy's a machine, dude. Like anybody that jokes, hey, I love the fact that he's like, hey, yeah, I gotta sit in my room here and justify me making up stories to my family. It's like that guy couldn't quit. If Chuck Dixon stopped writing stories, he'd lose his mind. Like the guy can't. Yeah, he's a machine. He's a machine.
I mean, he's not as prolific as, let's say, Kirby, but that's a really respectable
What
amount.
is for a writer though?
For a
Yeah.
writer, and not only like trying to compare anybody to Kirby is like that's
It's
not
impossible.
fair.
The guy
Yeah,
was writing, drawing, and
Yeah.
messing around in every other department.
Yeah. But Chuck is going to go down absolutely. As far as like the modern era, the last 20, 30, I mean, you could probably even argue 40 years. Chuck is going to go down as one of the absolute legends. There is no doubt about that. I don't think any is going to doubt that. So I can't. Yes.
So
Give me more Chuck Dixon. Give me more Chuck Dixon.
we need to do a toast to our veterans. We're doing a second toast because there's 26 people in here. You guys are nuts. Thank you guys. I love it. This what we gotta do this. And Common, and once again, anyone chat, if you were one of those guys, thank you. Appreciate it. I get to do dumb things like this and chat with all of you. So I think I owe it to at least give some little acknowledgement. So thank you guys. Thank you.
Cheers to the veterans.
And we have a industry that is had quite a good amount of them. I mean, obviously you could say in more recent times there have been not as many, but we've had some very obvious faces like Mr. Kirby, who was a vet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Watch,
He was definitely very obvious one of them, but still relevant. I mean, it's crazy to think because like a lot of those guys who came from that type of experience, I feel like it helps reflect their life experience when they're making comics, because being a veteran isn't just about the wars, but it's also about going to areas unknown, going around people unknown, and getting life experiences outside of your normal everyday bubble. And that is far more adventurous than living in your coffee shop, spending 9 hours on your laptop. And no, that's no disrespect to people who do, because some people do genuinely do have like a job, but for some people that's the greatest extent of their social life, and that's unfortunate. I'm not even gonna like make fun of that. It's just you could have so much of your life if you went and did something like that. And I know for all the talk I downplay on a lot of the big universities with college, but there are some good spots. At least maybe not as far as the educational level nowadays. Obviously, you can argue that was much better then. That's a conversation for another day. But there is the social aspect that you have. And I talked with my buddy that's somebody's rock fan, but he seemed like the social aspect at least was a lot more fun than with the college. And I believe him. I believe him. He said, school's just kind of school with the college, but he said, there was more merit then, but on top of it, he said he had a lot of fun. He got to meet a lot of people, and I could see if I was from that era like he was, maybe I would enjoy that as well. Once again, that's far more life experience than what you'll get at a 9-hour stay at Starbucks socializing on social media. I would take that any day, even a lesser era of college. At least you're still getting that social interaction, discovering the world, going to once again a town that's not your own. Like, it's about taking that leap, that risk, that lack of certainty. And that's what I think helps with these types of writers. A lot of them have life experience.
Yeah.
Experience. But go ahead and go with this article. I was on a bit of a tangent.
No, that was actually perfect. That's a great lead in, because I mean, one of our arguably one of the greatest storytellers of our time, of our modern era, is J.R. Tolkien, right? Why was Tolkien's stuff so good? What did he use? He used his experiences during World War I. He was a veteran. And and that's something that's transferred over to comics. It's like these guys, like, this is some of the great examples, right? We've got some of the great examples. This is an article from 2015. So you can give me crap about it. Maybe I'm sure we've missed. I have no doubt The chat will let us know of the guys that we've missed, but this is an article back when comicbook.com was actually still not completely and totally insane. And you got Nick Fury, obviously, soldier from back in the day, became the ultimate spy. Frank Castle.
Sergeant Rock, man, way back in the day. Sergeant Rock used to be a big draw of comics way back in the day.
That was the thing. A lot of the military heroes were. They were exactly that kind of thing. So what a shocker there that Nick Fury was a popular character. He was a war hero. I mean, what does it say right here? Before the one-eyed cigar chomping director became the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury was a waist-deep in trenches of World War II, fighting alongside Captain America, Bucky, and the Howling Commandos. Sergeant Fury played an instrumental role in defeating the Nazis and their fictional brethren, Hydra. I mean, this is the things that used to sell comics because we love these guys. Punisher is another great example, right? Top Marine, like a guy for the United States military. How else do you think he became one of the Marvel's Universal's toughest players? Though time has tweaked Punisher's military service from Vietnam to the Gulf War, one fact has always remained consistent. Frank Castle knows how to fight. The faction-penned Punisher War Journal series from a few years back actually explored some of Frank's military roots, exposing Frank's life as a Marine and how it influences his vigilantism. So it's like you can go through, obviously, we can talk about John Stewart.
That's a relevant one, man. That's very relevant. Very relevant.
And so it's one of those things like why have the great stories of comic book industry used military veterans? Because there's a certain amount of, and I'm not one at all to tout I was fucking Air Force, right? I'm like, I beat on rivets for a living. Okay.
Yeah.
But I got my brothers and sisters out there. They're the ones that dropped into the shit. They're the ones that dropped into the crap. They're the ones that went into some nasty stuff. And John Stewart, especially, is one of those guys that's a prime example of that. When you watch him, when you read him in the comic books, and when you watch him in the animated series and all this kind of stuff, it's like you see all of that. He's a guy that knows what's going on, and he needs to take care of business, and he's always fair about a lot of things. And I love that. And so, of course, Captain America. I mean, you can't not.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimate veteran, right? Like ultimate veteran, literally, was used for propaganda to punch Hitler out, right? Like how much more veteran can you get than Captain America, So I absolutely loved all that stuff. I love it. The cover of Captain America #1 says it all. When America needs a hero to confront the Nazis regime even before World War II began, creators Joe Simon and Jack Kirby gave the nation one of its boldest icons. As Captain America, Sergeant Steve Rogers saved the world time and time again from tyranny of the Third Reich. But even after the war ended, Captain America did not. When the Avengers resurrected Cap from the suspended animation decades later, Rogers continued to fight for the morals and the ideals that founded this nation. Sporting the country's colors proudly across his uniform, Captain America is the true comic embodiment of American patriotism. And I mean, that's like,
Sergeant Rock, yeah. No, take your time, man. I saw the image, I got excited. Don't mind me.
No, and it's as a guy who knows that my history, my personal blood history, literally goes all the way back to 1776. It's one of those situations where it's like Captain America is the dude. He's the GOAT, right? Like this is the guy. Like he was out there fighting Nazis. It was World War I. It was World War II. I don't give a shit I don't care that it was propaganda. I don't care. Like this was our guy. This is our man. This is a guy that embodied our ideals.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was say, even though he technically wasn't the first patriotic hero, he was the first famous, popular one.
And also, this will not be. This will be counter propaganda, because the real propaganda was coming from the other side.
Yeah, there you go. Good point.
And I mean, and that's the propaganda. Some people think is a dirty word. Propaganda is propaganda. Okay, there's good propaganda. There's bad propaganda. There's black propaganda. There's when I say black, I mean like dark, right? Like there's evil propaganda and there's good propaganda, right? And that's just the way it works. And you know what? Captain America was absolutely good proper propaganda, and a lot of people loved it. And so Sergeant Rock, this is one of the ones I don't know, but I heard some of my buddies on the panel get really excited for this one. Though created in the 1950s by Joe Kubert and
Joe Kubert
Robert
Kanigher.
Thank you. Sergeant Rock quickly became one of the comics' favorite World War II heroes. With his faithful entrymen, the Easy Company by his side, Rock continuously defended his four-color universe from Nazi threats. While just a man, Rock could probably teach Batman a lesson or two in toughness. Able to endure wounds of every sort, wielding incredible strength and possessing deadly combat skills with and without a firearm, Rocky is an enemy soldier's worst nightmare. While original Rock hasn't seen steady publication in years, DC did explore the modern day adventures of his grandson Joe Rock in the recent Men of War series. In the comics, the legendary soldier's grandson leads new yada yada yada. Whatever. Who are your favorite comic book military heroes? Let us know in the comments below.
He did team up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I mean,
no. You guys know. So I don't know shit about Sergeant Rock. So
I was just gonna say he did team up with Batman a few times later after his career. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
That's awesome. No, hell no. That's great. That's great. Like I love this. I love the fact that our, it's not even American military service, but any military service, right? We've seen, Captain Britain, and we've seen all that kind of stuff too. And some of those have told great stories and have given us great characters. And there's a certain thing that civilian, military, whatever, if you served your country or if you didn't, any honest person understands that when somebody serves their country and they go through that basic training and they go through all of that nonsense and they go through all the BS that it takes to become a soldier, in whatever form, like you understand that there's a certain ideology, there's a certain respectability to that. And I think that's one of the things that makes a lot of the really good comic book heroes. I'm glad that they used that, because that's a foundation, that's a morality that a lot of people can relate to. Because even if you never served, more often than not, I guarantee you probably got a family member or a friend or somebody you knew that did. You know what I mean? So you can relate to characters like this because you know somebody like this. And that's that's just one of the beautiful things I love about veteran characters.
Yeah, normally the reason why they enlist is because they want to protect their people. They want to protect their ideals. It's not about just the country. The country is the way that you can encapsulate everything that you want to protect. But you are there to protect actual people. You are there to do your part to keep people safe. So it's not only about joining for a country. It's about doing service for a greater good.
Yes, absolutely. And that's one of the things that it's like, all right. So anybody that's never been a U.S. military veteran, right? We all, we're like siblings. Okay. We pick on each other. We fight with each other. We beat each other up and down all the time, right? Like there's nobody that's going to roast a Marine better than an Air Force guy, an airman. There's nobody that's going to roast a Navy guy better than an Army guy, right? Like that's just how we are. We're siblings, right? We're family. And one of my favorite things in the world was, and that's one of the things why I think a lot of these comic book characters relate so well, is one of my favorite parts was I had a Marine buddy of mine who one of his other Marines was like, hey, he's Air Force, you're going to pick on him. One of my favorite parts, and I think this is why every person, like you said, Pablo, everybody that we didn't sign up for a government, right? We didn't sign up for a politician. What did we sign up for? We signed up to make sure that our neighbors, our brothers, our sisters were safe, right? We were the ones that decided to go, you know what? Screw it, man. I'll sign the check, right? Ain't nobody else going to do it. By God, we got to do it. And I'll do it. And I'll sign that damn check that says up into my life, and Yes, there you go. See, exactly. At Bull
It's
Rush.
life experience. Hey,
There
it's
you
life
go.
experience. It would be my prerogative, admittedly, but
Right.
I get it. I get it.
Is still for a greater good, the continuation of the species.
Right. Thank you.
Hey, your
Thank
genome.
you, dude.
Yeah,
We were
bull
okay. So I
productive,
gotta bring this up real quick. We were watching this little video on my stream last night. It was like this Asian chick that's like, I'm gonna screw all these white guys so that way my Asian DNA eliminates the white race. And I'm like, honey, let me explain something to you first, how genetics works. There are a few women in my life that have bore my children. Okay, all of them have been lighter than me. I'm a Mexican, baby. Every one of my children have come out darker than their mothers. So good luck, baby. Let's play this game. I'm down. Let's play this game. I guarantee you my children are going to come out darker than you. I have no idea where that tangent went off, but nonetheless.
Oh no, it was beautiful, man. That's why I let you keep going because it was wonderful. Got Plato, how you doing, sir? Thanks for dropping in. And we got Dearest here with a $5 super chat. Thank you for being patient as I waited to get into it. Dixon has his own YouTube channel, Chuck Dixon.
Yes,
he has 169 videos of answering questions of his viewers. Highly recommend, and you're Dearest. I'm subscribed to it. You know what? I actually was just listening to his newest video this morning on my way to work. I was listening to it, and yeah, he was talking about the big, Iron Age, Indiegogo, Confiscate, whatever you want to call it, movement. So many names, but I think that's what's great about it. And he was talking about it. Hearing his side of the conversation is really great because he provides a lot of insight. He's also fun too to listen to. He knows how to tell a story. He can be funny too. He's very entertaining. So he's a writer and I'd say he's an actual YouTuber, much like Mexican Iron Man. Like those guys actually know, like when you see Chuck on a stream, he can actually be a streamer too. Like he knows, like he's a guy who he has personality. When you see him on stream, you want to listen to what he has to say. He has you engaged, and I love that about him because he's not just a good writer. He doesn't also make good, simple videos, but he knows how to get you engaged. I mean, some of my favorite episodes of The Real BBC were the ones where he's been on them because just listening to him talk about comics is always cool to hear. Dude, his life with comics has been so fascinating to listen to, all the experiences he's had. It's so cool. I love hearing it so much. I can just listen to him all day, and you're going to get a good story from Chuck when he's going to tell you whatever, really, whatever.
Well, and I'm an information junkie, right? So I'm like one of those guys that I love the inside. Chuck, tell me about what happened behind the scenes. And Chuck's like, you know what? Guess what? I'm never going to work for these motherfuckers again. So I'm going to tell you everything. And I'm just like, thank you, Chuck. Please tell me more, because all it does is confirm all of the nasty, shady shit that went on behind the scenes and why Chuck, an absolute legend. Mike Barron wrote a book for a friend of mine about a stoner fox. For the love of God, like these guys, they're just artists. They just want to write. They just want to create good stories. And it's like you guys, you missed it. You completely lost it. You had at your fingertips, you had literally the greatest legends of our modern era for storytelling. I mean, these are guys. I mean, like there are arguments to be made for some of our modern comic book storytellers going up against C.S. Lewis, going up against J.R. Tolkien. You know what I mean? For some of the stuff that they've done, and it's like you just were like, "Oh no, no, we don't like what you think of this character. We don't like." All right, that's cool. Rippa's going to make $1 billion. DC and Marvel, you're going to burn down to the ground. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you for the agenda. Y'all have a good time. I'm going to go read Chuck Dixon's Alphacore.
It's true, though. It's true. Oh, yeah. No, for real. I love listeners, but I love having that when because obviously it's not expected for a comic writer or even an artist to be good at doing YouTube, because their skill set first is doing comics, and they got to use YouTube to promote the book. It's really a major added bonus when they can absolutely do that. And speaking of added bonus, I'm gonna show this off real quick. I just read it today and want to give my recommend. Joe Frankenstein Volume 2. I read it and I had so much fun with it. I can't wait to read again. And I'm gonna read both my paperbacks. I can read it as a entity. And it looks like Graham Nolan is gonna be doing more. So I'm excited about that. Graham Nolan's gonna be doing more Joe Frankenstein. More is coming. So
Excellent.
thank you, Graham. This makes me really happy. More Joe Frankenstein is on the way. So I'm happy about that. I'm really happy. And it was cool because there's a Compass Comics sticker I got with this too. And I can't wait to, put it somewhere. Oh, Chernobyl's got an important comment here. Hey, Nick, you know that you are doing the sticker of the keychain. How is it going? You know what? I'm glad you asked that because I was hoping to get to that tonight. Stickers are done. They print. I don't know. I posted a few weeks ago on Gilded a look of the stickers. They are here. They are ready. And this is my fault. Okay, Chernobyl. So take this however you may. Hail to you, by the way. Welcome. You may have missed earlier in the stream. I've had a lot, and I mean a lot of things come up, and nothing bad per se, nothing bad, just a lot of real life situations. So I did get out of nowhere kind of hit with a slam. I am going to be delayed by a few weeks. However, probably actually, to be very fair, more honest, probably about a month. However, I did get a visual of the keychain. I will have it up by Monday on Gilded. If you feel like you need to, move down a level because of my inconvenience of everything going kind of life happening, I understand. I don't hold it against you. Regardless, because you did initially sign up, you will get yours anyways, regardless. And if that means that you'll rejoin to the Dolph Lundgren level, then I totally respect that. Just letting you know, if you want to hold on a little longer, that's fine too. I'm just letting you know that if you feel like you need to step down a level or even just step away completely, I get it. I don't blame you because I know what that's like, and I've seen what it's like when things come up when you're backing something on Indiegogo. I now know I'm now a victim of that position, and I'm gonna make sure that doesn't repeat. But that said, I do have a visual of what it's looked like, so that way you can at least see, okay, I know what it looks like, and the stickers are here. And I have everyone's packages of what their individual gifts are going to be. This is the final straw with the keychain. Oh, sorry, it's not a keychain. It's a bottle opener. I'm sorry, it's a bottle opener. And it's a really good detail bottle opener. It's one of those big ones.
Why not
This is
both?
not one of those like small ones. I could have easily had it by now if I went for like the small, like rinky dinky ones, which are cool. But I am going on my way to spend extra money to have the much better ones. Obviously, they're going to all open the same, but I'm about the design, really. Now, if you'd like a keychain, I'm concerned doing that for probably around when tax return season hits as another thing to make exclusive to A, Dolph Lundgren members, B, if you're at a meetup, I sell to you that. I am concerned keychain as well. But stickers are here. If you want me to send you a direct message, because I know there's a lot of Gilded activity, I'd be glad to send you images showing at least that the stickers are here. They exist. Just letting you know that.
I heard you saying. As far as the bottle opener, are you doing like a proper church key? Are you doing like one of the full length ones, or are you just doing something?
I'm doing really one of the full length ones.
So you're doing a proper church key, okay? Because anybody that's ever been a bartender or worked in a restaurant knows exactly what a church key is. And if you guys are gonna get a 32 flavors of Nick Weiser church key, dude, that's gonna be
It's
That's
one of those ones where it's got like a handle where you can like,
Yeah.
can have a proper handle. So
Yeah.
I'm giving them a
That's really nice.
really good one. Like I said, I
That's
got
really
the visual. I'll post on Gilded on Monday because I Saturday, Sunday, I tend to be away. But like I said, Chanel, you do what you need to do. No matter what, you're going to get yours no matter what. That's a promise on my end. I'm just mentioning as an inconvenience. If you feel like you've been inconvenienced, I get it. Nothing changes. Church key. It's about the appearance of a bottle opener per se.
Yeah.
But hopefully that answers your question. And I don't want to not be transparent with you guys, and I don't want to like hide things and not say anything for weeks or months on that. And what's up, Pale Horse Hitchhiker? How you doing, sir? But like I said, everything else is here. Everything else is Ray. That's just the one domino. That's it. All right. Anyways, moving on. Guys, carry for about like 1 minute.
Oh, we're gonna
open up. We're gonna open up some. We're gonna open up some stuff and show off some stuff that I got, and then we'll get into Alphacore and we'll call it a night.
All right, Clobby, what's your favorite Christmas comic?
Boy, we did some last year, but it's tough to pick a favorite one because I'm still drawing a blank on the one I wanted to mention earlier. Let's see.
Well, that's okay.
Oh,
give me a couple of them. Give me a couple of them. Give me a couple of them.
Man, drawing a blank. Oh, damn it, man! Damn it!
What's the first one that comes to mind? Don't
far off, man. Man, I'm trying, dude. You know, when you get old, your memory doesn't work. Your mind. We did what, Pablo? We did 4 last year. I mean, let's see.
Well, because I mean, it's one of those things. Like I know, I like as a kid that grew up. You guys think about it for a second. As a kid that grew up with kind of like the animated series and stuff like that, it was always one of my favorite. Like one of my favorite episodes was always like Christmas at the Wayne Manor. I don't remember the actual name of the episode anymore, but it was one of those. It was great. It was you got to see Dick, you got to see Bruce together, trying to have a nice Christmas, and of course Alfred is there trying to play Santa Claus as best he can. And of course, something goes sideways, and they have to go out there. But it's like it's wholesome. It's in front of the fireplace. There's snow falling outside. Like it's just your traditional Christmas story. And honestly, I love stuff like that. Like give it to me. I'm a guy that lives in South Texas to avoid the snow. But you know what? Give me a good Christmas story.
We did some of those. We did some of those Batman Adventures annuals. They have a lot of. You were talking about one earlier. The Harley and Ivy one. There were a couple of Christmas stories in those. Man, every year. Oh, there was a funny Jonah Hex one from the old. This is getting going back. There's an old Jonah Hex one. Let's see. Damn it, Nick! I can't remember. It was killing me, man. I didn't come in prepared to remember all those ones. We just did them last year, son of. Remember we did the Mark Millar Batman Christmas story.
Yeah,
the one of his first one of his earliest comics. Oh God! And I have a bunch of them.
Spider-Man's Tangled Web number 21 or 22. The one that who drew that one? It was a really good artist.
Actually, Darwin Cook.
Cook. Dude, that was such
why do I remember that? Jesus Christ! I hate my memories.
Oh, I love that comic.
But no comment. I'm not trying to dodge you, man. I really am drawing a blank, and I would usually have a pretty good answer for that. It's just not Christmas enough for me yet, I guess. I don't know.
Kringle.
I'm always one of those guys that the turkey should get his day. I hate the fact that like Christmas shows up like 2 weeks before the 31st of October. So
yeah. God, it's right on the tip. If I can pop up with it later, even after the show, I'll send it all to you in the let Mom Nick get on with what he's got to do because
no, you're good, man.
I'm gonna go look for it and find out though. Sorry about that, Common, to let you down there, man. But I had
brother.
It's on the tip, dude. When you get old and senile, man,
Hey, look, I call myself the common nerd for a reason. I surround myself by people that are far more knowledgeable than me. So if it takes you 5 seconds to pull or 10 minutes,
nerd.
10 minutes. If it takes you 10 minutes to pull something up, it takes you 10 minutes would have taken me a decade to try to find. So that's why I love having all of my experts around me. And I know Clobby hates being called an expert. I knew he was gonna say that. See, I knew it. I knew he was gonna say that.
Of course he was. All right, Andrew, I have written this down. If you want a fun new indie Christy Kringle. Okay, I have written that down. Thank you for that. All right, so dudes, I'm gonna,
What's
yeah,
up?
and
What
Prudence
do we
Cat.
got?
I know. You're like, if I show off things, that's an unsub. Well, it's only a few things. It ain't $800. I gotta show off cool finds because, well, that's what we do on here. One of these things, I'm gonna zoom in right here.
He's not that kind of YouTuber. Oh,
This was given
that's
to
I
me.
love it. A while ago. Okay, so
Yeah.
I legit no bullshit. I remember that episode with
Yeah.
Wile E.
One, yeah.
Coyote as Batman.
Oh,
And
yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, God
it's
damn.
great.
I love it.
So you got that. But
Great.
what I like too is about this
Oh,
this
yeah.
Morpheus one. He
Morpheus.
comes with the red and the blue pill. Look at his
Awesome.
hands.
Nice.
He's got the purple pants in the first movie, and then I got recently
If your members don't get a
Simpsons
picture.
Halloween special.
Yes, Treehouse of Horror.
Damn.
I love the Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah. And
Hey,
Are
well,
you,
because-
Nick, I just want to let you know if those Christmas ornaments don't end up on your tree with a picture, at least for your members section, there's
Yeah.
gonna be some people very upset. I'm just letting you know that right now.
this is a family ornament where we're all have our names
Aw.
and we're all individual tacos. And it says the Weiser family.
Nice.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, we're all tacos.
That's so
This is
cute.
custom made and it's really like a heavy orange. This is a really, really quality ornament. And
You're making me
guys,
hungry.
this is a big one in three ways. Because one, it's based off one of the greatest animated series ever of all time. But it's also
course.
based off of a legendary villain that I love. And also three, it's also based off of another super, super cheesy villain that I do love. You want to talk about the perfect storm. McFarlane Toys, and this was given me as a gift, did a line of Batman the Animated Series. And this figure, and I'm going to take it out of the box later, but I want to show off for now, where it's Scarecrow in major detail, comes with a card in the back and everything.
Nice.
Oh,
And dude,
that's
look what
awesome.
comes on the side. Collect them all, and you get
Oh.
Condiment King.
Oh,
Collect to build the
that's
Condiment King.
sick.
I was just excited at the fact I get to build the Condiment King as much as I was a Scarecrow. So all I need is Scarecrow, Batman, Robin, and Mr. Freeze.
Nice.
And I get to have Condiment King. So this is obviously a highlight.
Those things
gift.
aren't cheap either, those figures.
I don't know how much she spent, but when I saw this and it came with the card, and she's like, I knew you'd be excited just about Condiment King as much as you would be about Scarecrow. I'm like, yeah, that's true, because Condiment King rules. And in this part of YouTube, we love our fancy dance. We love the condor, we love the slides, we love our Condiment King. So the fact that, guys, we're going to live in a reality where Nick is going to have a full-on Condiment King figure. And you know what?
Nice.
It's a reality I'm looking forward to. So let's zoom out. Okay, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to get my blade out. We're going to take this Green Goblin out of the box.
Okay.
Or the
I
box
have
that carries the Green Goblin hot toy. So
I
go
have
ahead
a
and
question
tap.
for you guys. On The Simpsons, are you more a Kang kind of guy or a Kodos kind of guy? You remember the
Yeah.
episode when they have the vote? So which one?
A vote of what? No, I haven't watched it much.
There's an episode where Kang and Kodos are running as presidential candidates
Oh, I
for
love
the US.
that episode.
As in the Kang from Star Trek, the Kang from Marvel.
No,
and...
Kang from
No, that's his
the
name.
alien.
They're two
Yeah.
aliens. They're two aliens. Kang
so I
and
never watched
Kodos.
it.
The Squid
There you go.
Alien. Wait.
Gotcha.
I want to see what's
Look,
in
look
that
at
Never
Hot
watched
Toys
it.
logo. Yeah. Right there, U.S. items, yeah, GG Deluxe, dude. Dave Serter was there then. TZ Burton was there then. I think when this all happened, this is when I had like maybe like 500 or 600 subs. So, holy
Ho, 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 ho.
shit, guys. Okay, this was.
Oh my!
For further context, for those who are newer to the channel, back in I'd say January 2022, about after a month as No Way Home hit theirs, we were having a very long stream, and I got really drunk, like really drunk. And this is when I don't think I wasn't even monetized yet, but a lot of these wonderful faces were like, "Man, it'd be cool if I had that Green Goblin hot toy." And then money started happening. And then a lot more money started happening. And then before you know it, I was just like, these guys want me to order this. Okay. And I'm like, okay, well, if this amount happens, I'll do it. And I remember I made around $150. What's up, Joe's Atmosphere?
Hey,
In
Joe.
direct donations. Eric K, what's up, Eric K?
Eric K.
Yeah, dude.
Eric.
I was obliviously hammered. I was so fucking trash. And we have 36 people here. What the hell is going on? Right when the hot toy comes out, too. How timely. And yeah, and I'm like, all right, guys, I'm gonna make the transaction live on stream. And it finally came in on Tuesday morning, a few days ago. So let's zoom in on the camera here. Apparently, gotta build this, which is fine. But dude, holy crap!
Oh,
This
wow.
box is mega.
So it's movie. It's movie.
Yeah,
Goblin.
no, yeah,
Gotcha.
it really is based off him from No Way Home, which is
Gotcha.
fine. I'll take Green Power Ranger. Just the
I know,
detail
no,
in
no.
this box.
I'd forgotten which one it was. It's been so long.
Yeah,
My only issue is it
And I was
doesn't
there. I
have
remember that.
the purple
Yeah, you were.
hoodie. The purple hoodie on No Way Home made the suit
I
really, really
love
cool.
the purple hoodie. Love. There was an added edition. I thought about it. I'm like, no, what's done is done. I gotta accept what I've already signed up for. So if I don't know if this is something that takes like 20, 30 minutes or more to build, I'll probably just do a stream on it, maybe Monday morning, a building stream the way Mark U the C does, and just do a build stream. Because, dude,
There you go.
dude,
Massive.
this thing is a monster.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to do a build stream on that.
I'd be glad to. And you know what? I think this looks like the type of box that it warrants that because
Yeah. Oh yeah.
this- holy shit.
Good call.
Have a good night, dearest. You guys have seen it. So for those who are here since January 2022, it's officially paid off. Oh, this is a slide box. Sorry, I've never had a hot toy before. Dude,
That was a six shot. Fucking awesome.
Damn.
Okay. I have to do a stream on this. I will probably do a
Yes.
Monday morning stream on this. I'll put it all together. I'm going to adjust this camera and set everything up on the table. Dude, this is freaking nuts. What is going on here? Look at how huge
Dude,
that
that's
glider
like-
is. Look how gigantic that glider
Shit,
is.
that thing's big. You
I
gotta take
know.
some work there, brother.
Guys, there's 35 people in the chat. Can we get a huge for that glider? Oh, there it comes. There's the hugest coming. There you go. Yeah, some assembly is required. I call that worth it, guys.
Mhm.
Okay, Monday morning stream. If you don't catch it, there's always gonna be the replay, but this is gonna be exciting. This is fucking oh god, yeah, there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Guys, I'm speechless. And to think one more is gonna come. The final suit of Spider-Man from No Way Home. I'll even skip the GMG for that. 35 people day. No, this is the right place to be, brother. This is the place to be. This is nuts. Guys, in the chat, a lot of you donated to make this happen. And I seriously, thanks does not cover this enough. I hope to be in a day where I get to meet TZ in person. I want to meet guys like you and have pizza with you and just give back because you guys helped make my first hot toy a fucking reality. It's still nuts. Everything about this is freaking nuts. Oh, Man of War. What's up, Man of War? How you doing, man?
Hey, brother.
Yeah. The amount of pieces on this thing is guys, I have no words. I straight up wow. Yeah. So now I know the future is more great indie comics and a few hot toys along for the ride. Dude, this is okay. I don't want to get rid of this box. I have a weird attachment issue to the box already.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. This will be we'll get a stream on this Monday morning going, and I'll make sure it's before Midnight's Edge in the morning too. That way, people conflict and dude, don't. I will keep the box. Believe that, my friend. Dude, yeah. Sorry, just. Oh God, TZ Burton here. Oh, dude. Oh, you did not have to. TZ. Oh, dude. Okay, we have to because well. And TZ Burton with a $10 direct donation says for the next Toy Fun Drive. Oh, TZ. Dude, too kind, man. You did not have to do that. Who would have thought a night of just having fun, drinking, celebrating turned into this? I'm grateful for these memories. The Comic Shop Talk Show is you guys have added to my Friday nights. This is to all of you guys on chat. You make this what it is. We just get to exist and breathe and chat, and people actually listen to us. Like,
Why?
this is gonna be the third. Yeah, right. This is gonna be the third and final Cheers night. This is to all of you guys for help making a hot toy reality, and for this is because I want to meet all of you in person who I haven't. I met Man of War, I've met Abigail, I've hung out with Eric. Hey, of course I have. I want to hang out with Vulcan Lives. I would love to hang out with Kingsport Cal. I met Joel's Atmosphere. This one's to you, chat. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
Cheers.
I can see why, Abigor. I can officially see why. What's up, Zombie Box Reviews?
Good to see you, Zombie.
Okay. So, guys, Vulcan,
what did he do?
Oh, Vulcan.
Vulcan, what did he do?
Dude, you guys. Okay, I have to. Vulcan lives with a $10 direct note. Says, I missed the first one, so here's my contribution next. Oh, dude. Okay. You guys are already getting started. I'd probably be we'll probably at one probably early next year, but I will remember to have $20 set aside off the bat just from you guys for the next one. Thank you guys. You don't have to do that. It's nuts. But
you have to pick one first.
Well, you got those guys who were there then can now say they have finally seen the proof that Nick actually made it happen. And oh man, and then dude, guys,
Eric K.
No, there's more. There's more, guys. God. Now anonymous for $10 says for the Spidey hot toy, dude. Thank you, whoever that was under anonymous. Thank you. Yes, Spider-Man's already happening, but there's gonna be a future for something even more. So that's what you're gonna be donating to. So okay, we're at a start with $30. You guys are nuts. And then Eric K for $2 says, Abigor, Man of War, love my meat and sauce. What does this have to do with anything?
I love it. I love Eric K.
Thank you, Eric K.
That rocks.
Sir. He really does rock. I've hung out with him twice in person. One of the absolute most fucking awesome dudes. And one day we will meet again, and it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be the best, straight up. Like you ain't gonna, you ain't gonna top this. Like, and then zombie
box
guys,
reviews.
you guys. And this is what is this? I admit I'm incompetent with my currency.
Oh, it's a 2 pounds, 2 pounds British sterling for a Hey You pigeon.
Zombie box reviews for a British 2 pound super sticker, and let's see, what was your little
Hey You
thing that you left? Okay, let's look here. And he leaves an avocado.
Yeah, avocado.
Hey You.
Hey You.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And then a TC, dude. Tease. Okay, I have to. I can't.
TC.
TZ for another 10. Jesus, TZ. And he says, you demand Nick, Chicago style pizza and all for the next one. TZ. You're too kind, dude. I owe you, man. I owe you. That's why I like when you come to America, because one day I hope for that to happen. Or if I get lucky, I could go to Canada. I owe you, dude. Dude, thank you. That is way, way, way too awesome. And then Dave C donates a freaking membership, guys.
$5. Thank you.
And that got to become a member thanks to Dave C. And let's see what happened here.
Dude, at this point, you gotta get enough money not only for the toys. You need to get money for the display.
Oh,
needs to be crystal, something really,
maybe that's
real.
that should be the third toy, so that way I can display Spidey and Green Goblin.
Yeah,
next to her. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, Pablo. Okay, thank you, Dave C, and thank you, Empress NM.
Huge.
Oh wow, you guys are That was a bombardment of greatness and joy. And yes, dude. Don't worry. Condiment King is for sure gonna happen. You know what? Maybe we could do towards. I will work on the statue and Condiment King. I just gotta make sure my next thing is by next month get the bottle openers done, and then I can focus on. Luckily with Scarecrow, that was a gift from my girlfriend. Thank you, Stella. But the rest of the figures I gotta make happen. So let me get my bottle openers done, and then we can focus on the rest of the figures to build Condiment King and the setup for Spidey and the Goblin. There you go. We got goals. And I didn't. No, I did not hear about that. And then Zombie. And he leaves another super chat. British pounds. I remember this time. I remembered. And it was for 10 British pounds. And he says, have this on me. Dude, Zombie, you're too kind, man. Thank you. Yeah, you guys are nuts tonight. You guys are relentless. And I love you for it. Thank you, seriously, all of you. I'm probably sound like a damn broken record at this point. And I am sorry for whatever that's worth. But seriously, thank you guys. Oh, absolutely freaking awesome. But all right. Let's look at some Alphacore stuff. And then, as all things, we're gonna get on going and call it a night, because life happens, and all good things come in, and you want to leave the show with leaving people wanting more. So
Nick, I'm gonna have to run if you don't mind, buddy. I gotta.
Plug your channel real quick. Plug your channel.
You don't have to worry about that.
Thank you for hanging out, man, for 2 hours. Thank you, Claude.
Oh, I'm glad to be here, buddy. Sorry I had to get out
later. There's 34 people in the chat right now. Let's guys, if you look in the description, I have Clawby's name tagged. Just click on his name.
That's cool, man.
Sub to his fantastic channel. Clawby, thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you, bro.
You have a great night and a great weekend. And
thank you, man.
As always, we'll be together again. Yeah, thank you.
All right, buddies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Brother. Appreciate it. Thanks, my friends. Good to see you. I'll see you next week with answers for you next time, Comment. I promise.
Oh, yes.
I can't wait, Clawby.
Later, brothers. Y'all take care, man. Good night, chat. See you
All
tomorrow
right.
night.
Let's do this here. Okay, let me get the Rippaverse webpage up. And you know what? Let's look at that clip. Or really look at that Alphacore clip. I'd say right now is a good time to look at that Alphacore clip, and then we could look at some of the merch, and compare and contrast for why not? Why not? All right.
Have you guys seen the one with have you guys seen the clip with Jay's head on it?
No, I have not.
Oh man, Green Rocks worked really hard on that. Show the original first, and then I'll bring that up.
No, please do. Okay, well, guys, let's watch this clip, and we'll look at some of the merch.
The clip rocks.
Oh, I know.
Fluorspar can be an unpredictable city. Affluency doesn't mitigate its problems. In some ways, it amplifies them.
I keep saying, whose
This
technology
is
is
why
that?
we're deployed. But we've seen better days.
Then why are we just now debriefing?
This mission is not complete.
I only know of her. Our lack of data collection is a problem.
Valdez, I'm aware of your investigative talents. Braxwell spoke highly of you, and that's why you're on this team. Local law enforcement handles itself very well. But there are those with abilities. Some believe themselves to be good. Others don't even attempt to act as if they are. Either way, we're involved. Not everyone will agree with our status. But that can be said for anything. May I remind you both, we're Alphacore, and failure is not what we do.
Whoa!
It's fucking awesome.
Hot damn, dude. Okay, so wow. Even watch it again, I'm just like, hot damn. It's a great trailer. I gotta bring the page back up because I want to look at the merch. But before I do, Chernobyl, dude, thank you, man. Guys, I just love when you hang out. Seriously, thank you. Chernobyl with a $5, and he doesn't even say anything. He just sends a 5. Dude, thank you, man. You did not have to. Once again, you're a constant supporter of the channel. Thank you, dude. Rippaverse Studios, Martin's Mac. How you doing, sir? Nice to see you here. He got Brazen Studio, was it? I can't remember the name of it. Was it Brazen? I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. I apologize. And Anonymous, I can see why you think you're robotic. To me, Brian Solari comes off as a very militaristic type of guy. So for me, I expect that straight, super straight, hard as nails voice where I don't want to say, I don't feel like it's not monotone. He's very stone cold. He comes off stone cold. He's about the mission. And I feel like that is a good fit for him. And Eric K says, I got cover A. What did you get? I got cover A, man. I got cover A. I am if my situation improves. And no, this is not an invitation to send super chats to Dark Donos. Please do not. Like I'm not. This is not even reverse psychology. I wanna actually earn it. I want it in a few weeks. I want to try and make sure my situation looks good. I would like to be able to get a hold of a cover C. That's my goal because I think I'm getting the poster and the beanie as a V-Day gift come February. But my goal is to work towards the cover C. So we'll see. If not, I'm sure there'll be copies at a meetup. Once again, do not send super chats or direct calls. I'm just saying my goals. That's all, guys. But
listen to this dumb motherfucker for a second. Listen to this dumb guy for a second. This guy is like, I want. Okay, look. Fine. Don't send super chats to Nick. Don't. You can come over to my channel. You can become a member on Rumble. And you can become a member of my locals. By all means, please give me money so I can buy all 4 covers of Alphacore. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Nick doesn't need the money. It's fine. Give it to me. I will gladly take your money and buy all 4 covers of Alphacore.
What's up, Claude Paris? Nice to see you here. But God, man, we got such a fucking awesome crowd tonight. And yes,
Vulcan lives, you crazy son of a bitch. Holy shit.
Vulcan.
Look at that.
Can you do the audience cheer for him? Can we do the audience cheer for him?
Yes.
Okay, I should have said membership.
I can't highlight it. You gotta highlight it. You gotta highlight it.
I will. And that person. Vulcan lives, you crazy son of a bitch. I love you, man. And he donates for 5 huge ships. Dude, Vulcan, you're too kind, man. Oh, dude. And I will gladly, if I can't get to it right away, I will gladly pay you $50 plus shipping. That'd be my honor to do it. And you know what? And I should remember that, Vulcan, but dude, thank you, man. Dude, Vulcan, once again, a constant supporter, which, by the way, speaking of constant, there will be another member stream. You're going to do it next week, either Wednesday night or I'm going to do it Thursday morning, by the way. Wednesday night or Thursday morning is when I'm going to do my next member stream, because I did one last month in October, and we're going to do another one again for the month of November. So you're the fucking man, dude. Seriously, straight up, you're the fucking man. All right. And let's see here. And then Emperors, dude. Oh, now we just, and he just does it anyway. Are you all drinking tonight and I can't stop you?
I'm going to go get another beer. These people keep sending me super chats.
Emperors and for $5, and he says nothing. He drops $5 and that's it. He's just like, you're gonna take the $5 and you can't stop him. Like, okay, thank you guys. Emperors and thank you. Vulcan lives, thank you, sir. All right, let's look at some of this Alphacore merch, and I'm gonna give context to some of this. So where is it? Right here. Okay. So let's bring this page down a bit. Okay, awesome. You there, Pablo? Will Common's gone? You there?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So this is a big deal right here. So right here you have covers A, B, C, and D for Alphacore. So the biggest differences between previous campaigns to then and now. Look, I have a good memory of this. This campaign has all the covers available all at once. That's the first thing. The second thing, ISOM number 1, which is 96 pages, like Alphacore number 1. ISOM was $35 at the time. Now we're at Alphacore number 1 with the same page count, and it's $28. $7 less off the bat. That is freaking awesome. And that's within a 1 year difference. Mm-hmm. So for those in the chat, that's a big deal to know about. Also, cover C, which we'll get right into right now. Cover C This is supposed to be the foil cover. And why I want to mention this, because on Ice on number 2 by Shane Davis, great cover, by the way, from Shane Davis, that was $100. This cover for Alphacore number 1 is $50 now. Their deals are so much better with suppliers that they can chop that shit right in half like an obituary song. And say, you know what? You're ready to get this for half the price.
If
Absolutely awesome. $50 in
Mhm.
half, dude. 96 page, $50 foil cover for this.
That's great.
So there is literally half off. That is a drastic change. That's a huge change. And that was a turn-in cover, by the way. And we'll look at Mark Evans's cover. I like this cover a lot. This seems to be the second cover that's selling the most. Even though I didn't back this one, what I love about this one is this is a painted one. And you can tell too. You look at it, you can tell it's painted. That is by Jackson Herbert. For those who need further reference, he has worked for DC. Jackson Herbert did a lot of Superman related stuff, especially during the Peter Tomasi, Pat Gleason era during Rebirth. So you got a very capable artist, and he did this cover. And I'm like, man, fucking awesome.
Some titles on
sorry,
Rebirth.
that's sorry. I'm my mistake. That's Mark Evans's cover. We will get to Jackson Herbert's cover, but that's Mark Evans' cover. This will be, as stated here, will be reprinted. Okay, let me get to Mr. Jackson Herbert. Oh, I exited.
I was going to say some of the issues on Rebirth
Here we go.
were really, really good on art. The writing was
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh yeah. Here is Mr. Herbert's cover. This I like this cover from B. And you look at it like, okay, this is killer too from Mr. Herbert. I love it. Love it.
Like the side view.
Ooh, that's not okay. I don't want to get into the whole EVS drama, but I'll leave it as that's not okay. That's not cool. And that's unfortunate. I don't, because I want to make this stream an escapist stream, but we'll just say that's not okay. That's never okay under any situation like that. Alphacore number 1, cover B, Jackson Herbert, great cover, by the way. And I knew I recognized that style. I'm like, man, I feel like I've seen that style. So that's a big thing here. And then I want to highlight this killer poster right here, this Alphacore poster right here. I like this poster here. Oh, Vulcan Live said B was his favorite. Dude, hell yeah, man. I like seeing it because Herbert's killer. So I like this poster. And so, guys, Ice on number 1, I mentioned earlier in the stream. I bought that poster from the first campaign for $30. These are now $20. One, so that's 34% difference off for the same quality poster. A. B, yeah, art by Will Conrad. Will Conrad did one of my favorite issues of Hawkman during the Rebirth one. That would be issue number 13. It's a one-off story. Hawkman number 13 came out in 2019. Yeah, 2019. I would say look up that issue, save it, right-click it. Hawkman number 13. Look up that cover, that issue. It's a good one-off story that still takes place within the main continuity. But you can read that issue, kind of be in and be out, and you could get a good idea about Will Conrad. That was also written by Robert Venditti, who loved that Hawkman run, and this is a great poster. So,
wait, Nick disappeared. That was interesting. Also, the comic book disappeared. That's Common Nerd. Wait, you're muted.
What the fuck? Geek. Where did everybody else go?
Nick just disappeared. He
What
left
the
with the
fuck?
comic, so I am guessing he found a way to.
He probably accidentally exited out of his whole
most likely
fucking screen. He probably see, there he is. There he's back. Fuck! What the fuck did you do, you dumbass? I love you. I love you, Nick.
I love you, man. All right, this is one of my V-Day hopefuls. I mentioned to my girlfriend, I'm like, hey, if you're gonna give me anything for Valentine's Day, maybe this beanie would be cool. Just saying.
Oh, beanie. I thought you were talking about a woman. My apologies.
Oh, I'll admit it. I've been drinking. I'll admit it.
Oh,
Straight
dude,
up.
brother. Yeah, trust me. Like when I say like I'm like I want to make my nerds gulch. There's a certain aspect of me that's like I really want to hear them. I really want to hear them.
Alphacore came for him. Okay, okay. I had to answer to
Oh, yeah.
Braxwell, and Braxwell let me off the hook. And as long as I got past Braxwell, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right. They kept to leave because with all the awesomeness on screen, he had a little accident.
He was asking if we were drinking. Got dumb questions that, of course, we're drinking. What kind of fucking stupid question?
Okay, I have been thinking the sweet point for these books.
Okay.
If they can manage to sell each book on $20 to $15 and the foil covers around 40, they are absolutely golden. They are in a really competitive place.
Well,
This
I
is
think
22 bucks a shirt. This is the lowest price
Worth it.
shirt yet.
No, but I think this is the point they're getting to. I honestly think like the books are getting to a point where even a 90-page book from Rippaverse is going to end up costing you $20.
Yeah,
And
that's
$20, holy shit, that's a fucking steal for a 90 to 100-page book. $20. They're getting to that point. They're really getting to that point.
What's your favorite part? This is a new shirt that got uploaded. I think when it hit around 750K, that's 22 bucks. Already a big improvement as well. Once again, we gotta acknowledge that. So once again,
They're
also to
leaning-
give you guys, hey, this is what's available, and this is like the Rippaverse version as far as merchandise of monetize your haters. This is that
Dude,
version
yes.
of that.
Yes,
let's admire some Joe Bennett art. So, we're gonna come. We're gonna come.
My desk is, dude. Every time I watch this trailer, my desk raises 3 inches. Like every time I watch this trailer, my desk raises 3 inches. It's ridiculous.
As it should, man.
I can't help myself. I can't help myself. This shit is so good. I can't wait to read this book.
Some of you have already seen this, but we're gonna show off again. So, for those who may be normies, Joe Bennett was removed from the Immortal Hulk, where he was drawing back in the Marvel phase of 2018 through 19. And he got wrongfully fired because they interpreted rules and decided that something that wasn't was, and they fired him. And now he gets to do work for Rippaverse, and he gets to draw art like this, and it looks killer. Brian Solari right there. Pick up a dude who looks like a terrorist type of guy. Looks great, and I recognize Joe's style. That's definitely his style. So I'm really happy to see his style being carried on and very recognizable. And I hear that there's a lot of action in this book, which I would expect nothing less from Mr. Joe Bennett. So yeah, the book looks great visually. I'm happy with how it looks, and it makes me once again excited for what's to come. And look at these pages. I'm just like, yes. Oh, Father Miller just got home from soccer saying, "Hi, hey man, I'll see you next week, sir." I cannot wait. I'm excited. We might even get Tom Connors. All right, we might even get Tom Connors. We'll see. But I can't wait to see you, brother. All right, I can't wait to hang out. We are so overdue for a good hang. Yeah, Joe Bennett's stuff looked killer. And it didn't say if there's any other colors involved. So maybe he did the coloring himself this time around, or maybe they just haven't listed it yet. Usually they list the colors on the covers, but there was no other colors listed. So maybe Joe didn't this time around. I mean, it doesn't look like it's Gabe's colors. It doesn't look like Brett Smith's colors. So I'm going to guess either it's someone else's and it doesn't look like it, or it's just Joe Bennett doing this time around. I mean, Andrew, if you're still around, you can let me know that this is Joe or not. You tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm guessing this is Joe since no other colors was credited on the front cover. But I think it looks cool. Where are you at, Pablo, with all this?
Dude, I'm just enjoying the art. There's a ton of questions that I have about the content on the book, but I know I will not get the answers until I properly get to read it. But goddamn, the way that they make everything look, especially when they draw the technology for Alphacore, or they go straight with the Hellions and the Hellions. I don't know if Alphacore will be fighting Hellions. or if they will be fighting more of the alien kind of invaders, because the technology they have looks really, really more like something that you will use to fight invaders rather than fight beings from hell. If you saw at the end of maybe spoilers for ISOM number 2, if you saw at the end, the most effective way to fight with them was something that looked like blood magic. So I think we are going to get that horror magic kind of side on the Rippaverse, and we are going to have the more science fiction-y, more alien and science fiction threat based side of the Rippaverse with Alphacore. So I think they are going in two completely directions, and they are using basically ISOM just to present the different directions that they want to tackle. Yeah, that's
Frick, man. Yes. You know what, this that makes me think, because I know you're intrigued with the direction and where this could go, and it's clear it's got your curiosity. I'm gonna post a video. I'm gonna post in the private chat and also in our public comments here, and I'm looking for it here. There was an update recently about international shipping. So obviously, it's not going to be about Amazon prices. However, apparently they are getting a point where the deals are better. And I'm going to post that video in the private chat and in the public chat, because I know we also have a few people like Vince Womack who listen in. And guys, if you save that link to watch later right here, this is the video that talks about international shipping rates right here.
You know what will be
apparently
killer?
there are better deals coming around, and for
Nice.
those who wanted this, who want to buy this but they can't afford because of the shipping, hopefully there at least looks to be some better incentive for you. And Pablo, I posted a private chat in case maybe it gets to a point where it could be better
I have
for
been
you
thinking,
too.
I have been thinking how to solve for the shipping. Okay, in some countries, comic books enter with tariffs that are based on collectibles or with tariffs for art. So those could be really, really steep. But there's other ways to handle it, at least in my country, where you can argue that it's for educational purposes or something like that, and you can lower the tariffs. If I could get at least 5 issues, I mean, ISOM number 1, 2, 3, Alphacore 1, and
There
Jaira
are
1.
package deals for that. There's a ISOM number 1 where you pair with Alphacore because that's the first appearance of Alphacore. So there are package deals. So you might want to look into it. Watch this video first for context, and after that, look into it later. But carry on.
If you could pay, let's say, $30 to $40, but you are getting 5 issues, then the deal is completely different, because I'm not paying that much per issue. And that's when you get to $100 for a $30 book, you're like, I don't want to pay that. But if I can pay, let's say, $7 to $8 per issue, I'm golden. I'm completely happy with paying that amount of money and getting the book here, especially if I can order also some things like a poster, because I want a poster, especially Jaira.
Yeah. Will Conrad's art on that poster is so killer.
Dude, I was right. I was right last week when we had Andrew on, because who did we who did we guess?
One day, brother. One day.
Who did we guess are going to be the main protagonists for Alphacore?
Yeah.
Now, who's on those covers? Who's on those covers? And
hey, can we zoom in on you real quick, comment, if you don't mind?
Sure, yeah.
Let's show off those cards again. Those are Michael Copper and Lilian Ronashi right there. Are on Alphacore cover B and C. This is huge, guys, especially for those of you who have the Dokkan card, which I have mine set courtesy at 5 picoseconds. Dude, seriously, like, my anticipation for this book is straight up sky high.
Dude,
it's exciting.
It was so awesome to have Adam on, because Adam on Friday, I showed these 2 cards off. I was like, these are going to be the 2 that are going to be the protagonists in the next episode of Alphacore, or in the first episode of Alphacore. And he was just like, no, I mean, I don't know. And then I was like, motherfucker, you launched these on Monday and these 2 are on your cover. Yes, I was right. I was right. That's all. I was right. So
You were, dude. You were right. Oh, I love it.
right. So, because you know what, there's plenty of other cards in this box you could have gone with. You could have gone with the bad guys. You could have gone with the mythological characters, but no, you went with the ones I expected. You went the ones I sided with. And the ones that I loved. And now we've got this gorgeous cover of Homegirl with big old nice cleavage.
Ingrid Valdez. I'm gonna read off Ingrid Valdez's information. So Ingrid Valdez, real name Ingrid Valdez, height 5'8", weight 150 pounds, birthplace Flores Park, Texas. First appearance ISOM #1. As both the newest and youngest member of Alphacore, Ingrid is the least experienced of their team, but she has the most unique ability. She's been very secretive with how she's obtained her powers. There's no evidence that she ever had them throughout her childhood. A former power lifter, this woman is no slouch physically. Ooh, okay. She was handpicked by Braxwell to join Alphacore after a run-in with her during a mission. Ooh, that could be a good for like an Alphacore prelude, like an Alphacore 0. I like the sound of that. Many people make the mistake in assuming that it's her suit that gives her the abilities. I'm not exactly sure she even needs it. Ooh. Nonetheless, she's the one member of Alphacore that cannot fly, which makes her an odd addition. And our Dokuman says, power observation, the public calls her a wirecaster, able to extend green color energy. She depends on this ability not just for various attacks, but for traversal as well. Yeah. Freaking awesome. And yeah, Will Conrad actually did the art on these cards as well. And I think it was PTP, Patrick Thomas Parnell, who did the art on the box. As far as the actual cards themselves, I think that this was actually, I recognize the style. It's Will Conrad. And you know what? We'll give folks a look at Ingrid Valdez, because it's a way of letting you know when the Yaira campaign comes up, which is in a few months. Guys, it's already been said that the Yaira campaign is going to have the next set of Dokuman cards. And, well, you know what? Here's the back end. Back end. I love these cards. Dude.
Which
awesome.
FYI, if really we are gonna get a next set of Dokuman cards with
I
the
will be
next
buying.
book, with the next book, I need some subscribers over on my Rumble. I need some members over there, because I definitely want the next set of Dokuman cards.
Dude, that's fantastic to hear, man. Copper is my way. Yeah, I'm excited, dude. Clearly, Andrew, it shows. I'm genuinely I'm really happy about this. I'm all in. I'm really anticipating. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure, especially with the Yaira campaign, I'm gonna make sure I have my membership set, so that way I can get my advance buying for Yaira #1. I'm gonna make sure I have my membership then. That way I can be in and out of the shop. I'm gonna make sure, and then I'm gonna stick with the membership. That's the whole other goal. But guys, this is it.
Nick.
Common chat, as I always say, you always want to leave people wanting more. And I know there's still a lot of you here, but that's the beauty of this. This is why shows like these are great. It sucks when it ends, but we're going to be back next week, and the week after, and the week after that. I seriously thank all of you for your support. We had several new subscribers tonight, and your direct donations were fucking crazy. Your super chats were off the wall. Dave C. Vulcan Lives giving out the memberships. You guys, seriously, I'm very, very thankful. All jokes aside, I'm very, very thankful. And I thank you guys for your understanding with life situations coming up. If you have any questions, especially you guys are my members, you can always contact me and ask me about anything. Anything. I will be upfront with you. Okay. I don't want to hide behind things. You're all part of my Gilded. You're on my Gilded server, and I want you guys to be able to feel like, hey, if I got a question with Nick, I can talk about it. Remember, there's gonna be a member stream, and if any of you guys will be around for, I would love to have you on and just chat with you, because I did last month, and I had such a great. Hold on, fuck that shit. It wasn't great. It was a huge time, and I want to do it again. So, and I'm going to try to see maybe come December, I'm going to try to see if I can get to a point where I could do a one night stream. Maybe I'll try to revolve it around Christmas break for those who have like kids or something. Maybe I could do a night stream for those, because I want to hang out with people who maybe they're outside of, the US and they kind of function on a bit of a different time. With that said, I did post a video this week talking about the Alphacore stuff. I will have another video out probably about Joe Frankenstein in the next few days. What's up, Mike has bad knees? I see you here, sir. Shout out to you. And of course, Toxic Tuesday, we'll be talking Live and Let Die. And then next week, we'll be doing Comic Shop Talk. We'll have Andrew back on. It's going to be great. Oh, TZ!
Huge. It's going to be huge. TZ Burton. Coming back in, Nick. Let's celebrate this together.
TZ Burton for $10 says, my fingers slipped. I love you, man. TZ, thank you for another $10. Thank you, sir. Guys, but yeah, if you're a Bond fan, Live and Let Die next week. Roger Moore, Comic Shop Talk next week. And of course, you can find me on Comics Division channel Monday, Thursday, Midnight's Edge After Dark, Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you for hanging out with us. This is one of our biggest streams. You got to see the unveiling of the hot toy. Guys, it's time to ramp shit up. We're going to get to 2K, and we're going to look good doing it too. So thank you all for your support. Have a magical night. Have a fucking awesome weekend. I'm going to let these two gentlemen here plug their channels on the way out. And I thank Pablo for taking the time to be here, as he always does, sir. Thank you. What do you got coming on? I know you've had some great videos for Midnight's Edge come on. Dude, you're killing it, by the way. You're freaking.
Hey. Well, videos on Midnight's Edge are coming. We are gonna stop doing the Saturday show on Midnight's Edge Espanol, but we are focusing more on video. So it's a trade-off because of basically scheduling with some of the people that are regulars for the show, and actually because I haven't been doing so many videos for Midnight's Edge Espanol, so I need to ramp up. But there's a lot of videos coming for Midnight's Edge, and there's a lot of interesting stuff. If you have seen the videos that have been coming out, I'm working with Tom way more. We are doing a lot of more joint editing, so things are flowing really, really great. And there's a lot of videos that Andrew is working on. So just stay tuned, and it will be really, really cool. Also, I have been trying to find my voice a lot of this time. It has been like Gary said, you need to find your voice. And I think my voice is actually just an asshole with a lot of jokes. So I have plans for videos for my channel. I have been just checking what I can do. I have been playing with some things on editing, and there's a lot of interesting stuff that you can do, especially with all the material that Marvel and DC have given us these last years. Their movies are an absolute joke, and I'm gonna capitalize on that. So stay tuned for that. Nick, this is my happy place. This is where I come to relax, and is always there when I need it. So thank you very much, brother.
Dude, no, I love doing the show with you, man. It's such a joy to do as often as we do Friday nights. It's something I get to look forward to every week. I love sharing this time to hang out, enjoy delicious beverages, geek out, rage out. It's the best. It really is awesome. And
Yeah.
the fact that we have such an awesome chat too, who actually listen to us. Like I remember when we got started. Once again, once upon a time when there was absolutely no one. Now there's an audience. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. And TZ, I got great news for you, buddy. There is a Midnight's Edge Espanol, and Pablo's name is tagged to it in the description. Oh, and Eric Hay plugged in the channels for that
Hey,
too.
thank you very much.
Eric. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, they do a stream every Saturday too.
Yeah,
I
we are.
usually tend to lurker listen while I'm at work.
That's the stream that we are kind of halting because Diego has been working really hard on his day job, and he hasn't been able to join that much. And there's days where I don't really have the energy just to do a solo show because it takes a lot of energy. Actually, my respects to people like Gary that can go in a solo show without any problem and they can keep going and going and going. That's absolute. I don't know what to say, if it's just being a professional or being gifted, because for me that's borderline just being gifted at jabbering. I don't have that. So sometimes I need Diego just to bounce and everything. And Diego has been also low energy. So we want to give more. We want to make more. And I think videos is something that we can do without we both being Saturday morning low energy, and we want to give more. We want to grow, and that's the target that we have set for ourselves. So uh, yeah, we are going in that direction,
And it will happen. It will happen. Oh yes, it will happen. As a critical drinker says, believe that. Yeah, guys, I'd say get a few weeks. You'll probably see another toy purchasing here. I just gotta make sure that I have to have that weird conversation with my girlfriend. Say, you didn't buy me other ones, did you? Yeah, just make sure I don't repeat that.
or you
And
could
that
have
way it can
two
be fair
condiment.
game. Oh, 2 condiment kings.
Yep.
2 condiment. Oh, dude, this stream will straight up explode if that happens.
Oh, hell yeah.
Straight up. Oh man, too wonderful. Pablo, thank you very much, sir. I will
Thank
see
you,
you
brother.
soon as always. And to the man who is fucking rocking it on Rumble, the common nerd. Sir, unload.
Oh man. All right, guys, I'm not tired. Nick's gotta go to bed and Pablo's gotta go to bed because they got things to do. So I'm gonna go live on Rumble. So please, I've dropped the link. I've dropped the link in the chat a couple of times. Please come subscribe to my Rumble. We're doing a lot of crazy things. YouTube got some nasty BS going on. And so please come hang out over there. We're gonna have a good time. We'll probably have I'll have a really good fun guests. We'll play some video games. Who knows what's going on tonight? But yeah, come hang out. As always, Nick, I love this show. We have so much fun being able to we have so much fun being able to go back and check out good comic books. So please come hang out on the Rumble. Please come over in that. Other than that, yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me. It's been an absolute blast. I'm drunk.
Oh, I'm there too. I'm drunk officially.
Nice.
Common nerd. Have a great night, weekend. All right, chat. The bar's closed. He's gonna be on Rumble, and I gotta ask you one thing real quick before you go to Rumble. But we'll say at the stream. Yeah, I can't subscribe. Fuck, I love you, man.
Yeah,
you. Guys, seriously, have a great night. Have a great weekend. Go support all the awesome channels. I know Culture will have his Culture After Dark. Tom with his weekly wrap up on Midnight's Edge After Dark, and to all the other smaller channels too. There's plenty of them. Go support them during the weekend. I'll see you all on Monday. Thank you.